It's Friday night, and you're busy. I feel like there's something that we gotta do. Wait a minute. What time is it? It's casual Friday time. I gotta get mentally prepared for this. Gotta reach optimal levels. Gotta meditate and put on a great show tonight. You will put on a great show tonight. How you figure? Let's go. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Get my audio levels going here. Casual Friday, baby. This is a casual Friday. We're going live in the daytime, man. This is exciting. Haven't done this before, so bear with me here. How's everybody doing? How has everybody's week been going? There you go. And how you doing? Let me know in the comments below. While we get started tonight. Let's get a little bit of a music going here. Let's get some music going here. A little background music here. All right, man. Casual Friday during the day. Don't worry, this isn't like a new start time. It's just I had an opportunity to stream during the day, and I thought, hey, we could, let's try it. Let's try a day stream. I had an opportunity to do so today, so we're jumping into a day stream here. Very excited. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We didn't have Casual Friday last week, so we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. Not only in the collecting world, but in the movie world as well. They sometimes go hand in hand there. So, we got, you saw the thumbnail. We got Hot Toys, Alien Romulus Rain. We got the Daredevil trailer dropping. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's the beginning of the year. Everybody's starting to get the marketing push out. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to jump into it. We're going to get to you guys in a minute. But before we do, man, I just got to ask y'all a question. I got to ask y'all a serious question here. How you doing? Everybody always asks what you're doing, not how you doing. How you doing? How's everything going? What was that? Oh, better now that you're watching the show. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I'm excited to jump into this, man. Who knows how long we're going today, man? So if you're here now, thank you so much for being here. If you're catching this on the replay, thank you for catching this on the replay. And if you come in and out throughout the whole day, because I don't know how long we're going. We've never done a day stream before, man. This is new to me, man. So let's go on this journey together. And let's have a good one, man. Let's check in with the chat here. Man. I'm excited, bro. I got the coffee. I'll tell you how early it is. I'm drinking coffee. Oh, man, that's good. It's all over my mustache now. But that's okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got in the building here. We got Toy Collector in the building. Happy Friday, early Friday stream. You know what, Toy Collector? It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope things have been going well for you in the new year, dude. Thanks so much for being here, man. I really do appreciate you. Valkyrie Magnus in the building. Happy Friday, Justin. Happy Friday to you, Valkyrie. Thank you so much for being here once again, man. And always being here on Casual Friday really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Valkyrie. Another familiar face, SG Collectible, saying, what's up, Justin? Early Casual Friday today. It is. We're going to have a good one. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a multitude of topics. There's only 2 topics on the thumbnail, but we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff today. So, if you're able to, man, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the chat. So thanks so much for being here, SG Collectibles, as always, man. We got my guy Calvin right here, Low Key Collector, saying, good morning, gentlemen. My man Justin, what's up, bro? Calvin, hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Always nice to have you in the chat, man. Hope you're having a great Friday, man. And yeah, dude. Really grateful that you're here. Ryan Smith in the building saying, hey, Justin, to everyone. Ryan Smith, thank you so much for being here, man. Really appreciate you tuning in to episode 17 of Casual Friday, man. Episode 17. I call this the day episode. The Casual Fry Day episode. I guess we don't have to keep doing that. I mean, y'all know it's during the day. I mean, I don't even know. Maybe you're not during the day. I don't know what part of the world you're from. You could, this could be the afternoon. This could be at night. I don't know. Wherever you're from, whenever you're tuning in, though, I appreciate you. And I appreciate you, Brian Smith. Thank you, man. We got Yagron2 in the building saying, hey, good morning, all. What is up, Lane? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. As always, man, I'm loving that you're popping into the stream, seeing you in the chat the last few streams, man. Really means a lot to me, dude. I really appreciate it, Lane. We got Collector Joey, top of the morning to you. What is up, Collector Joey? Hope you're doing well, man. Collector Joey is another guy who does his streams start late like mine do, so a day stream is definitely different, but it's always nice to see Collector Joey in the building. And I really do appreciate it, Joey. Thanks for being here, man. I really do. Yagron2 says, I'm starting to wonder if my tech is ever going to come. I want my Bad Batcher, but LCS still not gotten them yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to, I've heard some people are starting to get them, it looks like. So, Lane, just, you've been this patient, man. I mean, damn, Lane, you've been collecting way longer than me. So, you'll get them soon, right? I hope so, man. I know you've been looking forward to that one. And then Lane also says, I finally pulled the trigger and PO'd Kit Fisto from Revenge of the Sith last night. Dude, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you getting Kit Fisto. I've had some time to reflect on my pre-order list. I've had some time to reflect on my strategy. I'm feeling very good about going into the year, but as we always know, we don't know what's yet to be announced. So it's going to be an exciting time, but I'm just ready for that Winter Soldier announcement, dude. I don't know if they're waiting for Brave New World, to kind of coincide with that release or what, man, but I want to see that full reveal, so hopefully we get that soon. Valkyrie Amanda says, working issues at work, but this relaxes me. I appreciate this, Valkyrie, man. And again, man, I don't know how many people are going to show up today because it's a new time. I tried to put it out there a few hours early. Again, so if you're just tuning in for the first time, we normally do Casual Fridays around 9, anywhere from 9 to 10 p.m., like Central Time. So it could be 9, 9:30, 10. The set time on my page is 9:30, but we, honestly, man, whenever is when we go live. But it's always Friday nights. But like I said, today I might end up having something that I have to go do tonight. So I thought I already missed last week, so I was like, there's no way we're missing. So I wanted to do this during the day. And then that way, if you're somebody who normally tunes in at night, you can always catch the replay. But if you're here, even if it's at work, you should have me up in another window, man. It means the world to me, Valkyrie. So I appreciate you, dude. Brandon in the building saying, morning, Justin. What up, man? Good morning, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. Another familiar face in the Casual Friday chat means the world to me, guys. It really does, man. I really appreciate you, Brandon. Jazzy in the building. Let's go. He says, yo, good morning. Happy Friday, and it's almost my B-Day. Jazzy, first off, happy early birthday. Second off, what are you going to get for your birthday? And third off, I feel like I've gotten in too deep now. So, that's a lot of questions you're going to have to remember to answer. But third off, this isn't a question, I guess. But happy Friday to you, man. Thanks for being here once again, Jazzy. I really appreciate it. Jazzy's always consistently checking out the stream, and that means the world to me, Jazzy. It really does, man. Hopefully you're getting some entertainment value out of it. I don't know what else I can provide. No financial advice. I can't provide that. I'm not licensed. Maybe... I don't know what I could. Yeah, just entertainment, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what I can offer you. But thanks for being here. I don't know where I was going with that. These early morning streams, man, these day streams, man, they're different. We got Quan Harper in the building. Let's go, Quan. He says, what's up? How you figure in chat? At work right now, so I'll listen in while I can. Missed you guys last week. Quan, don't feel bad because there wasn't a show last week. So you didn't miss out on anything, man. I didn't go live last week. It wasn't only this, but Texas, there was college football. Texas was playing. I had like a pre-existing thing that I had to attend that related to the game as well. So again, a lot of excuses, I know, but we didn't go live last week. But we're here, and again, man, thanks for checking it out, even at work. And yeah, man, hope you can stick with us. And if not, man, go with the replay. So I appreciate you, Quan. Really appreciate you being here. Ryan Smith says, I don't normally catch your stream live. Let me read this again. I don't normally catch a stream live is middle of the night for me normally. I'm UK, 17:19 GMT for me. Man, that's awesome, dude. I'm happy that you're able to catch one live, Ryan. This is awesome, dude. I'm excited about this, man. You know, maybe we'll do some. Well, we'll get to that towards the middle and the end of the episode. I'm gonna give everybody a couple of things that I'm gonna be doing for the month of February. Not in stone yet, but I do have a few other streams planned, so I'm hoping you'll be able to at least check out the replay, Ryan, depending on what time we go live, man. But always cool to have you in the chat live in person, dude. So I really appreciate you, man. Everybody saying happy birthday to Jazzy. Yeah, man. Awesome, Jazzy. Hope you have a great birthday coming up, man. I really do. And Lane says, so are you getting that Scorched Xeno? So you had something to put with Mr. Oh, 100% I'm getting the Scorched Xenomorph. Yeah, Scorched Xenomorph and Xenomorph. And we're going to talk about Rain here in a minute. That'll be our first topic of the day. I guess I'll just spoil it for you right now. Like, yeah, I'm 100% getting Rain. But we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about some other things that I hope to see that this announcement gives me hope for. And I might be thinking, it means more than it does with this announcement. But the fact that we're getting Rain is a very good sign for what I'm hoping is to come for 2025 and beyond from Hot Toys, collectible, in our collectibles in general, all that stuff, man. So I'm very excited that we're even getting a Rain. Until it got officially announced, I was nervous. But yeah, dude, can't wait. We're going to be talking about that to kick off the show, Lane. We got Keith Lee in the building. What is up, Keith? Hope you're doing well, man. He says, happy Friday. This is weird seeing you guys in the daylight. I thought we were all vampires. Got the Joker DX32 this week in the RCN Garfield head sculpt, so it was a decent week. That's awesome, man. I'm still waiting on my invoice for that Joker. I switched over to a payment plan because I got hit with like 5 different things. But I switched over to a payment plan on the Sideshow Beetlejuice, so I still had that coming in. I had to switch over to a payment plan on the John Wick, so I probably won't get those for like 2 months. But I had to be like, hey, it's okay. I don't need these right now. I still have a few backlog figures. But I did just get in the In-Art Paul Atreides that I'm very excited to open. I'm going to be opening that later today, so I'll let you guys know how that one goes. But maybe post some pictures on Instagram or something. But dude, I'm excited for that one, man. So yeah, I got hit with a lot of stuff. There's been 2 times this year I've been hit a lot at once, and one was like right at the beginning of I think it was like September or something. I got hit with a ton, and then obviously like this Christmas season up to now, I was hit with a lot of stuff. So it's been challenging. So I've had to, going forward, I'm gonna utilize some more of the payment plans on Sideshow personally. Just because it gives me a little bit of an opportunity to kind of pay these things off before, because I'm kind of, and I normally like to wait and just pay it as it gets there. But man, when you get hit with 5 or 6 of them, it's nice to know that like, oh man, I forgot I already paid that one off like months ago. Like I kind of want to like mix and match that a little bit. So, but that's awesome, Keith. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it, but I really don't want to get hit with the PL right now. But I can't wait for that Joker, dude. Can't wait. Yagron 2 says they did update her eyes as well to blue. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it with you guys because I think it looks damn good. Lane wants Colonial Marines 2.0, Frost Vasquez, Drake, Hudson, Hicks. Yeah, of course, dude. I don't know if this will happen, but I would love this. This would be incredible. I do think I truly believe we're getting a Ripley. I really strongly believe we're getting a Ripley. I actually don't even know. I think there's a chance we get maybe one more Romulus character. So we will see. And I think there's a chance of it. I don't think the likelihood is great, but I think there's a chance at least. But regardless, man, with new Alien show coming out this year, with a new Predator movie coming out later this year, Predator show, all this different stuff. It's like a really cool time to be an Alien and Predator fan. And I would love to see more of this consistently across the board from Hot Toys. Again, man, as much as I love, the Marvel, the DC stuff, and there's going to be plenty of that this year too. I am really liking what I'm seeing from Hot Toys right now with giving us these characters, man. Because again, with Rain, it's like for me, and we're going to talk about this when we get into it, when I pull the pictures up and stuff, Lane, but to me, man, like Rain is a figure that like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, or whatever. Like honestly, man, they're probably gonna make. They're not probably. They're gonna make a sequel with these characters again. So I'm not saying this is the only chance you have to get Rain. But these are figures that, like, when you look back 10 years from now, you're like, damn, dude, that's a cool figure, man. I can't believe they made a Rain. You know, it's kind of like, you know, people probably thought that they were going to make a ton more Ripleys than they made. And so it's just cool, man. It's cool to get some different stuff, some different IPs. Toy Collector says, Paul, nice. Can't wait for that one. I am waiting for mine, but got it from Pop Culture, so it may be a while. But that's a great option, man. That's a great option. Like I said, I'm going to be more strategic, like spreading these things out. Again, sometimes you're at the mercy of like when they ship to Sideshow, you know, and like whether you go through Underground or Sideshow or whoever. It's just the nature of it, man. I mean, you can get hit with like multiple ones at once, and so it just makes it difficult. But at the same time, it's still exciting, but it makes it difficult. And plus, year 2, I'm going to scale back anyway. I'm going to be more selective. There's certain pieces that I really want, and I think this year it's more about kind of like, you know, getting back to my roots on a few things that I used to collect as well. Kind of like these posters right here, like these posters, you know, physical media, stuff like that. Again, not saying I'm going to like totally go all in on that stuff. I just meant like I feel good about what I have so far, and now it's about just adding those pieces. So again, man, as hard as it is, I'm going to have to be more selective this year. And I'm actually excited about it. It's going to be a challenge, and I think it's going to make the pieces mean a little bit more too, because I'm having to like be very selective of like, okay, I really need this. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute when we get to our first topic. We got Mark P in the building saying, hey, Justin, what is up, Mark P? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here. Seeing a lot of familiar faces, and I'll be honest with you guys, man, that means the world to me. I always love it when we get some new viewers in, because it's just another opportunity to like have more people in the chat, meet more cool people. And plus, it's a vanity metric. Let's be honest, guys. You look up at the chat number, you're like, whoa, we got over 20 now. We got over 21. But all joking aside, though, it's so cool when like new people come to the stream and y'all are so welcoming of them. But everybody that's showing up week to week, no matter what time we go live, no matter what show it is, maybe it's Casual Friday, maybe it's a pop-up stream, I truly mean this when I say it means the world to me, man. So thank y'all for being here, man. 17 in the chat. Hit that like button if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't already. And I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mark P. Jazz says, got Paul Atreides and Ron coming. Same, Jazzy. Bro, Jazzy, I am... So you see my dilemma, man. I got hit with Ron and Paul, like, simultaneously just about. So I'm good for a while. Like, I'm good for a while. Like, if I already have stuff paid off, cool. But I'm starting off the year I'm going to be buying a lot less early on this year, and just probably just paying off stuff I have coming up, like paying off other pre-orders, because that was a tough double header right there. But I can't wait for both of these. He says, I put 4-pack Joker on payment plan, and that shit hurt my wallet. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Jay-Z. I've had to put a few on payment plan as well. Like you probably heard me say, like, but again, man, that's cool too, because once you get them all at the same time, it's like this weird thing where you kind of get backlogged, and then you kind of open them all at the same time, and then you're just kind of like, oh, I kind of like spread them out anyway. And plus, man, I've kind of gotten out in my own mind, like, because the direction that the channel's going now, there's so many great reviews out there of these figures. And so I totally got rid. Like, for me personally, I was just like, you know, it's fine. We'll review it if we want to review it if it comes out. But once I got Spider-Man 2099 early and I reviewed that, I was like, let's not do this anymore, because, you know, I'm probably paying like a lot more extra just to get it early. So I'm going to be way more patient with this stuff going forward as well, man. Payment plan, stuff like that, just because, again, now that I have a collection of these things, I don't feel the need to get like so many of them so fast, if that makes sense. We got Keith Lee saying, where did you see that updated the eyes on Rain preview pics at Secret Base? And then Lane says, yes. Mark P says, I'm really not sure we'll get Colonial Marines. I put that in figures we'll probably never get. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see it happening, but it's fun to speculate. I will say it's really cool to see that they're kind of giving us a little bit more of stuff from Alien, stuff from Predator. And again, it doesn't hurt. Like, let's be honest. It doesn't hurt that these are not dormant IPs. Like, if Romulus would have not done well at the box office, we wouldn't have gotten anything. But with Romulus, I think Romulus introduced a lot of new fans to the Alien franchise. Because let's be real, guys. I know it's classics for us, and but even the first Alien, 1979, and it's still it's still a masterpiece type of film. But what I'm getting at is like, it's good that if a franchise wants to keep going, it's good that they're coming out. And some people didn't like Romulus. I get it, but I loved it. And I thought it also introduced a lot of new fans to Alien that maybe now will go watch the other Alien movies. And now you just got more fans of the IP and you got more opportunity for cool collectibles and stuff. So that's what's really cool with it. The movie did well, and I think that's why we're seeing a resurgence of that. Plus, we got some shows coming out this year, and I'm excited about that as well. Says, hey Justin, I think your mic might be disconnected. Your voice is coming through the PC or headset. Damn it! Thank you. All right, how's this, Keith? Let's cut the music. This is important. Let's cut the damn music. How we sounding now, Keith? Are we good? I've switched it over to my actual microphone. I'm going to hold off on talking any longer till I hear from you guys in chat. I want to make sure the audio levels are at optimal levels. Damn. Keith says fixed, much sexier. Hell yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Damn it, you guys. I hope it wasn't horrible, because I hate that, man. The bad audio will just... I'll put it this way, man. I've always said this. Audio is even more important than, like, the video. You know what I mean? Like, if you're tuning into a stream and it's bad audio, it's tough to continue to listen to it. So hopefully that wasn't too bad early on. But Keith, I appreciate you looking out, man. And we're locked in now, ready to go. It just had to happen 30 minutes in the stream, man. That's okay. I appreciate you letting me know, dude. So we'll get the music back going here. Mort P says, what made you decide to scale back, spit more than you desired to? Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. I've talked about this on other lives that I've done, so I won't get into it too much, because I don't want to seem like I'm like complaining about it. I mean, it was my decision to like buy the stuff. But yeah, I definitely bought more this year than I had. But like, I kind of had a budget in mind. And as we all do, we like throw that to the side and we're like, well, I want more stuff. And I think the thing that kind of disappointed me in myself a little bit was I bought into this idea of, I felt like I needed to get stuff that I really didn't. I wanted it, but like, not everything I got this year, like I had to have, if that makes sense. Like there's a few things that I got this year that I was like, oh, okay, well, I kind of got that because it was like on a good deal, or, maybe I wanted to do a review on it or whatever. But primarily everything I've gotten so far, I'm like really into, don't get me wrong. But I see the writing on the wall with how much we're getting, how many announcements there are. And I just had to reevaluate, like, okay, we can't continue at this rate. And yeah, it was, spent a little bit more than I wanted to, but on the flip side, it was also like running out of space, having to upgrade this, display space. So just year one problems that I'm sure a lot of you guys have had, where you just want everything when you start collecting a certain thing. I used to be like that with other stuff I've collected as well. Only difference is these things are a lot more expensive than what I used to collect. So having to kind of have a different mindset with it, but yeah. Lane says, knowing our luck with Hot Toys will be Shaved Head Ripley and the Angry Warden from Alien 3 from Hot Toys. Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, they could, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens with this, Lane. I do think there's a chance we get one more character from Romulus, but I definitely think we're for sure getting a Ripley. That would not shock me at all. I really think if they want to capitalize on that, it would be a good financial decision for them to put that out now, while the Alien hype is alive and well for a lot of people. And plus, like I said, with the shows coming out this year, it's nice. Lane says that he's passing on Rain. He's just getting scored. Xenomorph. I keep saying Xenomorph. Ideally, I'd like to get a couple of Xenos. I just have one on PO at this point. Yeah, same here. And I want multiples as well, but I'd be okay with just the one. Like, it'd be cool to have two, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to be fine with just the one. But hopefully we get like a big chap 2.0 or something. But even that one still looks incredible. So Mark P says, I've received the NR Joker 2019 premium pack, and it's my holy grail. Those figures look phenomenal. I had to pass on that one. The one I really wanted, I would have had to get the 4-pack for, which is like the Subway Joker, which I think is, I don't want to say far and away because they all look beautiful. And if you wanted one representation of the character, you'd probably pick the talk show outfit. But the Subway Joker, I just personally thought was my favorite by a mile for me. Like, I just wanted that look for the character. I felt like that was the turning point for the character in the movie. And that's the one I wanted, and I didn't want to have to get the 4-pack, but those look amazing. Truly amazing looking figures. Mark P says, I received the NR Joker 2019 premium pack. More so as Joker 1 is one of my favorite movies. There you go. That's what it's all about. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when I was going to scale back a little bit, is like really focus on my favorite movies, my favorite IPs this year, and just being a little bit more selective with what I'm getting. Keith says, "No, we could hear you, but I could tell that something was off because your audio is typical on point." Oh, okay, I really appreciate this, Keith. I really do, man. I would have hated that if the whole stream would have been like that. So I really appreciate you looking out, and because I would have never known, man. So I appreciate you, Keith. We got Big Rib in the building saying, "What's up, Justin? What's up, Big Rib? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for being here on a day stream for Casual Friday, man." Mark P says, "What figs were you referring to that you could have done without?" I mean, let's be honest. I went back and I got. It's no secret he's been following the channel. I'm getting the NR Harry Potter line. So I wanted some Harry Potter figures. And so I went and bought the Fantastic Beasts figures. The Newt Scamander and the Grindelwald, which I got on a great deal. But all I mean is, like, I liked Fantastic Beasts. I just didn't, but it's not like the Harry Potter films, so those, I mean, again, those are great figures and I'm happy to have them. But two of those, I mean, I don't know. I've had to cancel, like, the Ahsoka line in general. I felt like I was going to go all in on, and now I'm kind of like mixed on if I'm going all in on that. So again, some of these I did correct already, Mark P, like the Guardians 3 line I wanted, but those aren't I'd probably want other versions of the Guardians plus no Drax. But I mean, those two are the ones that kind of come to mind. And then, like I said, I got a couple that I haven't opened. So not as many as you would think, but it started getting to that point where I started like just getting stuff, or like felt like I was shopping around for stuff like that. So I just had to kind of be like, hey, why don't you just stay focused on what you're really hyped for, that you're really excited for. And then right now, just kind of build out more of your display so you have room for these things, Central Cal in the building. What is up, Central Cal? He says, waiting on the do-bag. There you go. That's something you're going to need some display space for, man. So great segue here. Central Cal, thank you so much for being here, man. But that do-bag looks fantastic, bro. It looks fantastic. And we got Yomo in the building saying, yo, what is up, Yomo? Hope you're doing well, man. And thank you so much for being here. And we got through the chat right here. We got through the chat. Again, we got 14 in the building, which is awesome because it's during the day. It's a work day. I really appreciate it, man, that anybody's even here at all. So what we're going to do is while I'm pulling up the pictures here, let's look at some Hot Toys Rain. Let's look at some Hot Toys Rain Carradine. Let's kick off the show, the day stream, with Rain Carradine. And this one is expected to ship January 2026 of June 2026. So now we are getting into 2026 for pre-orders. So it's very cool. And we are going to let me do the screen share here real quick. I'm gonna go to this here. Then we're gonna share this right here. All right. Switch up the music just a little bit. I'm trying to see. All right, so we have Rain Carradine here from Alien Romulus. So I'm just going to kick things off by saying that for me, $270, which, and we're going to look at what it all comes with, and we're going to decide by the end of that if we feel like it's worth the price point. Mark P is on the same page as me because he says he loves, or he likes the Rain pricing. It's towards the bottom end of Hot Toys pricing. And this is, so Mark P, you asked me earlier, it's kind of the in-art problem, or the super deluxe problem, is like some of these figures that are like, you know, you get hit with like that $500 invoice, that $450 invoice. I'm with you. I'm really gearing towards like more. I want to see more of these $270 figures, because these big deluxe ones are awesome, man, but it takes up a ton of space. And, but yeah, anyway. I don't know where I was going with that, but basically, so I got the Scored Xenomorph on pre-order. One of my most anticipated figures of the year whenever that comes out. Already January, man, we're kicking things off with just for me, this is like a 10 out of 10 announcement for me personally, because I love the Alien franchise. I love Romulus. I really do. I think Romulus is a great movie. I thought it was entertaining as hell. It was fun. And it's what I personally want from an Alien movie. If you're, you know, it's got, you know, it was more geared towards the horror side, but I thought there was a little bit of something for everybody with some of the action stuff. You know, if you've been on this channel, I've talked about Romulus. I even have a review up on my channel about it. But Rain Carradine is a character that I just really wanted to pair with that Xenomorph. And so I'm very hyped for this figure in general. Like, I just think it looks great. And you can kind of see right here with the Xenomorph kind of attacking her right here. Kind of see what you get with it. This little overview here, 10.2 inches tall. So they're staying true to scale with her character. Love the shoes here. Love the pants. Again, very simple, like clothing and stuff, but it's, again, it looks really cool. And I just love the base that it comes with. It's like a simple base, but it's got a little bit of extra stuff to it. So it almost feels like a little bit of a diorama. Articulated gun stock, man, which I think is an awesome accessory because I love that whole scene with that. You even got an articulated face hugger accessory, which is really cool. And again, of course, separate rolling eyeballs, which at this point, let's be honest, I know they keep showing this off as a feature, but this should be the default feature. Like, this should be just a given to where you don't even have to advertise this, that you just know that every figure is going to come with separate rolling eyeballs. That's the way it should be. But man, this figure looks great. I am just extremely hyped for this announcement. Again, you got the wrist showing right here, but again, there's really, unless you go full silicone arm there's nothing you can really, you know, I don't know how you would prevent that. That doesn't bother me at all, especially considering I'm going to be having her with this accessory anyway, so I really don't mind it. It kind of gives it a little bit more of that stability there. And it just looks really good, man. I think they knocked the head sculpt out of the park on this. I think it looks great. And I think the thing that really sticks out for me with this, you guys, is the hair sculpt, man. Like, the hair sculpt on this looks fantastic. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still undecided. Look, don't get me wrong, the artists and stuff and the in-art rooted hair looks phenomenal. I'm not saying it doesn't whatsoever. But it's one of those things where I'm taking it as like almost a character by character basis. You know, that's what I'm going to start doing going forward. It's like, okay, we're going to get way more rooted hair figures. Let's just be a little bit more selective as it goes. So, like, obviously the Harry Potter line, I'm going all rooted hair on that, obviously, and not the sculpted. But right now, I feel like with so much artisan and rooted hair coming out, and what we talked about, what Mark P alluded to earlier with the $270 price point with this hair sculpt, to me, if the sculpted hair looks this good, I'm okay without artisan on a lot of these. Like, I'm gonna want those for certain figures, like, you know, like the Joker. I totally get why people want the artisan, even though I think the sculpted looks phenomenal too. I actually have the sculpted one coming in. Like, that's the one I'm waiting for it to actually come in. Missed out on the artisan pre-order. But a lot of these hair sculpts are getting so good, man, that I like having the option. I'm very happy that this was how this hair turned out. I think they're doing just phenomenal work with the hair sculpt. And this just looks like, this hair just looks alive, if that makes any sense. It looks alive. It doesn't look just like a big blob of plastic.
And I just think it really adds to the character. And I just think they got this head sculpt really well. I don't think it's absolutely perfect from some angles. I don't think it's absolutely perfect, but I think it's extremely strong. And like right here, I think is really, really strong. I think that they went with the determined look here, which makes sense because they're going to want to have that scene from the movie. And if you haven't seen the movie, I mean, at this point, we're getting into like where it's been so long that I still don't want to talk about, super spoilers, but basically it's not really a spoiler, but basically there's a really great action sequence when she has this gun that's like auto locks on the xenomorphs, which is another really cool thing. Because people always complain like, how does she know how to use the rifle? Like she's never used one before. And what's perfect about this is they give you that reasoning. They're like, well, this auto locks on anything that's moving. And so that was like brilliant. I thought it was awesome. And it was like one of the best scenes in the movie. But again, I think it's extremely strong. On some of these angles, I think it looks damn near perfect, to be honest with you, this head sculpt. I think they did a great job with the body here. Again, in the movie, I mean, these pants, I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, but these pants, baggy pants, these shoes, I believe these were Reeboks, but those look really cool. That's a cool accessory. Not even an accessory, I mean, it's her shoes. But this is really cool. He kind of has her like in mid-flight, anti-gravity scene here. And I don't know, man. I just think it looks really good. The only thing that would have made this, again, it's still a 10 out of 10 announcement for me, like just for me, because I'm a huge fan of the movie and I've been wanting this character, is if we could have got, like early on in the movie, she's wearing like a jacket. Like when they first, like this is like kind of her battle wardrobe, like when she gets to the point of like where she's in battle. But I would have preferred if we could have gotten the jacket as well. Now, again, I'm not going to complain too much because we're still getting a $270 price point, which is exciting. And so I'm not going to complain too much about that. But that would have been really cool. I would have liked to have seen that. And if we get an Andy, so I've been alluding to, we might get another character from this. We might get another character from this movie. If we could get an Andy, that would be great. Because they are going to be making a sequel to this movie. Fede Alvarez has already came out and said he's going to make a sequel to this, which we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it worked out before from Alien to Aliens, so hopefully they bring it with this next one. But getting an Andy figure would be phenomenal. I would love to have. But yeah, this is the one thing that's missing from this that I would have liked to have seen. But I get why they didn't have it. They're kind of showing the battle damage version or the that scene version of this. Would have been to get that coat. I thought would have been really cool. But hey, I'm just kind of being like wish list type stuff. But the articulation looks really good. Like I said, there's some bend in that elbow. Really looks like there's some good bend here in the knees. And again, man, you got this really cool diorama base, which again, or not diorama base, but like, base with some extra diorama pieces, like a fully articulated face hugger. This is really cool. I really think this is cool, especially if you have it with the Scorch Xenomorph. I think you can almost like recreate that scene in a way. And somebody had alluded to, they wish they could get a couple of Xenomorphs. But yeah, dude, I just think it looks great. And before we get into the rest of the pictures, I want to check in with the chat. I want to check in with you guys. I believe I've read this, but let's read it again. Mark P says, I like the Rain pricing. It's towards the bottom of the Hot Toys pricing. I do too. I want to see more. I'm going to be focused more on figures like this. These are the announcements that are really exciting me. As cool as the deluxe ones are, because those are like the big releases, the big announcements. I love it when I can get a character I really want without having to go the deluxe pricing. So getting $270, I'm a fan of as well. Toy Collector says, I like it, but only grabbing the Xenomorph. Like you, be more selective these days. Yeah, I hear you, man. I think a lot of people, I really think a lot of people are at least having the discussion with themselves now about that. I mean, I think that they're seeing all these great companies, all these great figures coming out from these great companies, like doing really great work. And it's a fun problem to have because it makes it fun, but it is a lot coming out. So you have to, and again, man, you have to anticipate what's still to be announced. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still have to anticipate, like, we got some Marvel movies coming out. We got some DC coming out. We got some stuff that we don't even know if they're making stuff based. But we could get a Red Hulk this year. I mean, there's a number of things we could get. And plus, you know they're going to do some crazy shit with Star Wars. I mean, they're going to give us 500 Star Wars figures this year. So if you collect Star Wars, that's a whole nother problem you're going to have. You know, so again, yeah, I'm with you, man. I think everybody's being more selective going into the year. Not everybody, but like I think a lot of people are kind of having that discussion with themselves. Mark P says, I have a couple of in-art products now. The downside is the larger boxes and heftier prices. Yeah, and that's something that, you know, again, I'm with you, man. I was shocked when I got the Paul Atreides in, and it was regular size box, because I was like, every other in-art that I've gotten, and right now I have, and this is how sad it is, I have, this is what I was talking about with the backlog, I have in-art Aragorn that I've had, and I haven't opened it yet. And I have in-art Aragorn, and I also have in-art Harry Potter. Those both were big boxes, especially the Harry Potter was huge. So it was really cool and a pleasant surprise when I got the Paul Atreides in, and it wasn't like this gigantic box. But yeah, I like being able to take a figure out of the box and being able to display it right away. And yeah, so I'm with you. Batman Collectibles. Oh, Batman Collectibles in the building. What is up, Batman Collectibles? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here on a day stream for Casual Friday. He says Romulus really brought back Alien 1 feels. It was great. I totally agree. And listen, I want to put this out there. If you didn't like the movie, that's totally cool. I totally respect everybody's opinion on if they liked it, if they kind of liked it, if they loved it. I really do. It doesn't bother me if you didn't like this movie. I will say, though, for me, as an Alien franchise fan, I really don't know what else you could want from an Alien movie. Like, I just don't know what people that didn't like the film, I totally get it. I just don't know. Maybe we like different aspects of Alien. I know some people like the Prometheus route, where they kind of introduce new science fiction questions and want to go more that route, kind of like what Ridley Scott was wanting to do with more of the lore aspect of it. So I know that there's probably that. Maybe they want even more xenomorph action like Aliens had. But I feel like this movie gave you that. I feel like this movie gave you the claustrophobic version of Alien. I feel like it gave you the action version of Aliens, and it kind of made a little hybrid of a film, and definitely was influential, had influence from both of those films. But that's what we want. Like, we want an Alien movie released today to pay homage to those movies and to borrow the best parts of those movies and also do its own thing a little bit. And I think that this movie did. So I don't know, man. I'm with you. I was a huge fan of this movie. And yeah, it had everything I wanted personally in an Alien movie. So I was really hyped for it. And then Batman Collectibles says, oh yeah, hey, how you figure? What's up, Batman Collectibles? Thanks for, again, man, thank you so much for being here, dude. And I hope you're doing well, man. I really do. I hope you had a great week. And I hope you're going to have a great Friday to kick off the weekend, man. Mark P says, would you get any more from the Romulus line or just Rain and the Xeno? I would get Andy as well. If they announced an Andy, I would get an Andy. And my thinking on that is, I'm thinking like, okay, what is more likely to not get made again or to not get made for a while? And that goes into my decision making as well. Like, is this version of the character, is it going to ever get made again? And I don't really know. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, even though they are making a sequel, this version of the character from Romulus, I mean, I can't tell the future, but they're not going to make it for a while. So, like, this really excites me. I really like announcements like this. And that goes into my thought process, Mark P. I don't know about you, but that's kind of what goes into mine. But to answer your question, yes, I will get an Andy if they announce an Andy, but I'm for sure getting Scorched, Xeno, and Rain for sure. As crazy as it sounds, trust me, I wanted the Scorched Xenomorph, but I think it's because I knew we were getting it for the longest time. This one was one that really excited me that we finally got the official announcement on, because I just wasn't sure until we actually got the official announcement we were really going to get it. We got DeGito in the building saying, ooh, midday stream. How's it going? DeGito, it's better now that you're here, man. Thank you so much, DeGito, for being here. I know we were in a chat about Rain, so I'm hoping you're still with us. And this was 10 minutes ago, so I'm getting caught up on the chat now. But really appreciate you, DeGito, for being here. And like I said, man, it's going great. I hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're having a great Friday. We're going to be here a while, man. This could be a long stream today. We'll see. So hopefully, if you got the time, man, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat below. Mark P says Harry Potter is a pretty line to collect, to be honest. Snape, Malfoy, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, and probably be done 6 total. Yeah, I think I'm losing. I mean, I know that it would just be almost like the amount of money and the resources that would go into it. I was hoping some way, somehow we could get a Hagrid at some point, but I totally get how just massive that figure would be and how much resources would go into it with the rooted hair, the beard, and everything. So I mean, that would be an undertaking. But I do think if a company made a legit like deluxe premium or a premium Hagrid pink umbrella accessory, pink umbrella wand accessory, I just think that could be one of the best figures ever. Like I think it would look that good if somebody gave that the premium treatment. But it's just going to be a huge undertaking. So yes, I if it's this 6, I'm more than happy. Snape was really the one I really wanted that wasn't the core 3 characters. Excuse me. And Dumbledore and Malfoy are really welcomed as well. But I'm just thrilled that we're getting them. Like, I think that's really cool. And again, we might see other companies do this down the line, man. But I mean, just based on the Harry Potter alone, I was really impressed with InArt with that Harry Potter, and I'm excited to get Ron. And I just think that that's gonna those figures are gonna look amazing together. I really am excited for that. Dirty South 009 says, "What's up, everyone? What's up, Dirty South 009? I hope you're doing well, man." He says, "So excited about InArt's show tomorrow, late tonight. Decisions are going to have to be made. Hard ones, absolutely." And Dirty South, I feel really stupid right now. Are they doing a live? Are they doing like a live unveiling? Like I've seen those images. We're gonna actually talk about those today at some point. I've seen some of those images I think you're referring to, of like the upcoming announcements that they had, like that slideshow or whatever. Are they doing like a live show? I've kind of been out of the loop the last week or two, so I apologize for my ignorance on this, but if you're going based on that, yes, there's so much good stuff coming out for sure, man. And Dirty South 009 says, "Love these Friday talks. Keep it up." Dirty South 009, I really appreciate this, man. This means the world to me. And I appreciate that you appreciate him. And I really do appreciate you letting me know this in the chat. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. If you're tuning in and you've never chatted in the chat, it's all the same to me. I love that you're here. Don't get me wrong whatsoever. Like, you don't have to ever type anything in the chat, but it always means the world to me when you guys go the extra step and just say, like, let me know what's up and that you're enjoying the show, man. So I really appreciate it. We got 1/6 figure focus. What is up, dude? I think this is the first time I've seen you in the chat of a live. Like, I know you've commented on my one of my past live streams. He says, "I'm here for the humor." I appreciate this a lot, man. Thank you so much for being here, dude. I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're having a great Friday. And thank you so much for being here, man. It really does mean a lot to me. And I've already made a couple of bad jokes. They fell. I mean, they were okay. Maybe I'll have a good one. I don't know, man. You know, it's like when people are like, "Hey, I heard you're," you know, it's like, they're like, "Hey, man, I heard you're kind of a funny guy." You're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, tell me a joke." And you're like, "Well, I mean, it doesn't really work like that." You know what I mean? But I'll try, man. I'll try to bring the humor. Right now we're just talking about Rain, man. But again, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for being here, man, and thank you for the comment, dude. I hope you're doing well. Curdy South says the Harry Potter lane may kill him. I mean, this is scary. This is scary to think of. Now, Dirty South 009, are you talking about the price is going to kill you, like it's going to kill your wallet? Are you worried about these figures almost doing like a Toy Story, but like an evil Toy Story where they come alive when you're out of the room, you come back in and they're there? Or are you talking about that type of thing? Like a Chucky type of scenario? Both are horrible, but one we can game plan around a bit more than the other. So just let me know on this one, man. But yes, I'm with you if you're talking about the financial aspect of it. Yes, that Harry Potter line is going to be very, very 100%. I'm very scared. I'm starting to add it up in my head now. Oh, shit. It's going to be a lot of money. You know, once you start putting those numbers together, start getting the stress sweat, you know? That coffee's now cold. That was a horrible sip. That was horrible. Keith Lee saying 1/6 figure focus. Shane is in the house. Get back to making that collection tour video. LOL. You heard it. You heard it here. Yeah, I was gonna say Shane, but I didn't know if we were on first name basis yet. So I just stuck to the channel name out of respect for 1/6 figure focus. But yeah, always awesome to see Shane in the building, man. He does a great show as well. We got Jeffrey in the house. Says me might rewatch Romulus tonight. Y'all got me hyped, dude. Let me tell you something, Jeffrey. I rewatched it when they announced this rain. I rewatched it. I've now seen it, and I'm not gonna do that thing where people I've seen it 20 times already. I've seen it 35 times since it came out in theaters. I've seen it 3 times though. I've seen it 3 times, so I'm good for a while. Because I don't like to just rewatch it to a rate to where like I start like noticing more issues with it, which we can all do. Like you watch a movie 500 times, like wait a minute, is that a coffee cup from the production? That's a Starbucks in the shot right there. You see that back right corner? Somebody's got a latte. But I watched this one, and I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite films of the year. It was one of my favorite films of the year, and I watch a lot of movies. And it just delivered on everything that I personally wanted from a new Alien film. Mark P says the movie was quite good, but I'm passing on Romulus. Not something I love enough to collect. There you go. Great answer. Not something I love enough to collect. That's the answer right there. That's a great way to kind of be your guide. We got Malgus for Emperor in the building. Says new time and a new camera angle. Listen. The camera angle's new. The new time is just for today. We're not going to start doing day streams. I mean, every now and then, if I have an opportunity to do one on a Friday, I will. This Friday, I had an opportunity to do a day stream, and I thought, what the hell? Let's try it. You know, which has been a great decision because I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces still. I'm seeing some people that normally aren't able to catch it because their time zone affects that or whatever. So they have to get the replay. So this is really fun and exciting. So I'm excited for everyone to be here, man, for episode 17 of Casual Friday. But yeah, new camera angle. I hope y'all like it. And if you don't, I hate that because I really worked hard on switching some things around. And I would like to keep it because I like it. It makes it easier to like look at the camera. I can actually access the camera without having to like reach over a bunch of stuff. I got the, you know, my images right here on the computer that we're looking at right now. So I just think the setup looks good now. Not that it didn't, but I really like this setup right now. Dirty South 009 says, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe so. Why do I forget what this was about? What was this? Oh, he's talking about the InArt show. Okay, thank you so much, Dirty South. I appreciate you, dude. Mort P says, I'm definitely getting InArt's Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. No other way about it. We'll talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I didn't put it all on the thumbnail just because there was so much I wanted to talk about. But we're definitely going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about the Daredevil trailer as well. So as always, we're going to talk some movies on the stream. We're going to talk some figures as well. But I wanted to start off with Rain just because I haven't got a chance to talk about it yet. Art P says, how you figure absolute best. His content is so different and refreshing. I had to cut the music for that one. Mark P. Let's read this one more time, man. This is a cut the music comment right here. Listen to this. This is from Mark P. Okay. He says, how you figure absolute best. His content is so different and refreshing. Mark P. just for that. We got 20 in the chat. I hope you don't mind, man. Let's take a little intermission here. I'm going to put on a new song I got here. Nobody's going to like this song. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to enjoy it. But I don't know why I want to play it, though. I'm going to play the song. We're going to have a little dance break to celebrate this comment, to celebrate 1 year on YouTube. We're going to celebrate everyone being here. And we're going to do it to a song that I personally think's catchy. But you might 30 seconds in be like, okay, I've had enough. I take back what I said. But right now, Mark P, while this comment is fresh, we're going to take a look at it. And it's earned us what we got going next. Let's jam out, man. Let's jam out. Thank you, Mark P. Thank you, Mark P. Let's get this going. Let's tell a story. So we're going to jump it up a little bit, guys. We're going to jump it up a little bit. Let's drink some cold coffee. Yeah. Taking chances. Yes. Pump it up. Feeling like I'm falling. Destiny is calling. Running till I'm taking flight. Yeah. Give it the best of me till I can't no more. One foot in front of the other through that open door. Through that open door, baby. Let's go, Mark P. This comment earned this. Yes. Feeling alive today. Day stream. This song's actually great. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it wasn't gonna be good. This is incredible. Comments like this earn things like this, Mark P. You might be enjoying it. You might have pinned out. I don't know where you're at, Mark P. You're still here though. I appreciate it. Let's listen to the chorus one more time and let's dance. Everybody in the chat, let's dance it up right now. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Feeling alive, baby. Oh, yeah. Yes. Mark P, I appreciate this. And I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. We're a little bit over an hour in. This got to cut the music. This got a dance break started because we're 20 over the chat. We didn't do that earlier. So that gave me a perfect excuse to break out the new jams, to break out the new dance moves. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think y'all liked that song. I'm scared to check the comments. I'm seeing the comments pile up. I haven't clicked on the comment thing, but I see that there's some notifications. I'm afraid about what's going to be said about my dancing. I'm afraid about what's going to be said about my music choices. I'm afraid. But you know what? On this show, we face our fears. We face our fears here on Casual Friday. And so I'm going to hit up the comments. I'm going to get another little bit of music going. Going to turn it down a little bit. And we're going to read these comments. And we're going to see what we thought of the new jams. We're going to see what we thought of Mark P's comment here. And I appreciate this, man. I appreciate this. All right, here we go. Thank you again, Mark P. We got Big Dog Pound in the building. Look at this. Big Dog Pound in the building. We are early, brother. We're early, man, because it just felt like a good day to go live during the day. I call this the day stream. The day stream. And I'm drinking cold coffee. Okay. 1 6-figure focus, or as some would like to call him, first name basis, Shane. I watch Casual Friday on repeat and love it. Hard to hold down a solo show. Hey, damn. Hey, listen, man. This is another great comment. I'm a little winded after the dancing I just did, Shane. Or 1 6-figure focus. Let me know, Shane, if we're on first name basis. If so, I'll call you Shane. With that said, this deserves it too. A lot of these comments have deserved it. But for health purposes, I gotta bring it down a little bit. We just had a dance break, but just incredibly kind comments here, man. I want to make a joke. It's like when people say nice things, it's like I want to be like, I'm gonna appreciate this. I'm gonna absorb it, and I really do appreciate this, man. This means the world coming from you, man. I know you do a great show as well, dude. I really, really appreciate this a lot. Big Rib says Shane is up in here. When you have Shane in your stream, that means you made it, Justin. Let's go. I did it, baby. I did it. I got Shane in the building, man. Damn. And now I have that urge that I gotta fight because now I'm trying to try too hard. Like I'm gonna get into that thing where like you try to, where you're like, okay, I got some people in the chat. I gotta entertain, but I gotta keep it cool. I just gotta keep it cool. I gotta be myself. But you're right, Shane's here, Big Rib, and we appreciate him. We appreciate him, man. Thank y'all for welcoming him in with open arms. I mean, why the hell wouldn't you? I've been watching Shane way before I started streaming, so I appreciate this, man, and I appreciate you again, Shane. We're 1 6-figure focus until we get on first name basis. Dirty South says, yeah, my wallet is on the line for Harry Potter. Yeah, same here, dude. Same here, bro. Same here. Dirty South says, also have 32 pre-orders on Sideshow. Need to make decisions on budget. 100%, man. 100%. I think that's a lot of us, dude. I think that's a lot of us. And I'm in the same boat, man. And I'm going to be transparent on my shows when it comes to the collecting stuff. So I've done this in past streams, man. I'm in the same boat, man. I'm having to be. I don't have that many pre-orders, but I'm saying that my strategy is definitely going to be different going into year 2. Going to be a lot more selective with what I am getting. But regardless, we're going to be talking about stuff still, and we're going to be enjoying it. We got high on figures in the building. Coming in with what's the most you spent on a figure? However much the Harry Potter was. That was the most expensive figure I've ever bought. The Art Harry Potter, I forget how much it actually was, but for whatever that was going for, I probably even spent a little more than retail on it for that one. Yeah. But thank you so much for being here, high on figures. I hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for being here. And I've said that 3 times now, but I'll say it 4. Thank you for being here. Dirty South says, instead of the meat sweats, I'm getting the wallet sweats. When I unbox the art, I am getting a great experience. It's just, I'm also a Star Wars fan. It's hard. Dude, it really is. It really is, man. And I feel for you totally. Listen, I love Star Wars, but I'm able to be selective with Star Wars because I just know I can't collect it all. And again, Marvel, out of like the 3 major things, like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, I tend to lean more towards Marvel with what I want to collect. And so that's a challenge in and of itself. I just love it all. That's what sucks, is I love like all these IPs. And I'm in that situation now to where like it's very difficult. Now InArt's coming out with stuff. Now Caustic Plastic is coming out with some old classic horror stuff. I mean, it's just, man, it's tough out here, man. I definitely feel you on this, man. And the wallet sweats are real. They are real. Big Rib says you got the figure sweats, Justin. I really do, man. I really do. And it's scary out here. It's scary. It's the winter, and I'm getting these figure sweats, bro. Crazy. Malgus Rimper says camera angle is nice. Need some more displays behind you. Yeah, I do. Malgus. I really do. I want to show you some of these posters. I've said it before. I'm a big poster guy. I'm a big physical media guy. And if you haven't noticed, like I'm gearing, and we're going to talk about this towards the end of the show because we're going to get back on topic once we get to the chat. But stick around because I'm going to kind of tell you some stuff that I got planned coming up, and just excited, man. Just excited for the future. Excited for this upcoming year. Again, we've been on YouTube 1 year now. I got like the notification like from YouTube says like happy 1 year anniversary, and I was like, all right, cool. That's crazy how fast time flies, man. But It's been a hell of a year, man. Great experiences, and yeah, man. Hope to keep it rolling going forward. So I appreciate this, Malgus. And yes, I'm going to be concentrating more on display this year. And Big Rib says he agrees with Mark P from his very kind earlier comment. I really appreciate it. Big Dog Pen says, LOL, jamming how you figure. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know, the music, you know, once the music starts going, man, it's just, you know, the head nod starts happening. You know, that's my go-to is like, I feel like this is a safe move for a lot of us, you know? Just want to kind of do this. You don't want to go too far with it because then you get Night at the Roxbury with it. You just want to kind of keep it. I don't want to just keep it here. You know what I mean? But I appreciate this, Big Dog Pound. High on Figure says, I'm here, man. Great stream. Hey, man, I appreciate that, dude. And he says, music's great, bro. Really like the vibes. I appreciate this, High on Figures. Thank you so much for being here, man. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen you in one of my streams, and it means the absolute world to me, man. I hope you continue to show up. And we're going to talk about movies, figures. I mean, we're about to be talking about the Daredevil trailer, so if you're into that, hopefully there's something for everybody here, and hopefully if you're enjoying the vibes, though, man, that's the most important thing. I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Big Rib says, Chris Brown ain't got nothing on you, Justin. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm that good of a dancer, but I'll take this. He's a great dancer. He's a great dancer. I'm trying to think who the best dancer of all time is. That'd be a hell of a... I mean, Michael Jackson's up there, am I right? I mean, Michael Jackson's got to be up there. Some great dancers out there, man. Some great dancers. He says, come on, man. That song fits your streams. Positive, funky vibes. It's all good. I wanted to put the... I knew it was an absolute incredible song, DeGito, but I wanted to set the bar so low that when it happened, it was like, whoa, dude, this song is something else. But yes, great song, and no disrespect to the artist, because I really do like the song. I wouldn't have played it on stream if I didn't. I was just trying to have a little fun with it. And 16 Focus just said that we are on first name basis. We are, Justin. Hashtag first name. I appreciate this, Shane. Thanks, man. All right. Cool. I don't know what else to say, but thanks, man. This is awesome. All right. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. Wait a minute. What do we got here? We got Toy Collector coming in with the $6.99. Does this mean Canadian? I don't want to sound dumb here. I'm just going to ask you guys. I don't want to sound like it. This means Canadian, right? Regardless, $6.99. He says 1 year. Congrats. Toy Collector, dude. I appreciate this, man. I really, really appreciate this, dude. Thank you so much for this super chat, man. Really, really means a lot. Thank you, dude. And thank you for the congratulations on the 1 year, man. Yeah, time flies, man. And can't thank you enough, man. You've been on a ton of my streams. You've always been supportive of the channel, supportive of me. So that is something that I truly appreciate, man. So thank you so much, Toy Collector. And thank you again, man, for this super chat. As I always say, not necessary, but truly, truly appreciated, man. Your time, and now even a little bit of, having to give me even a little bit of your time is such a valuable thing. And then for you to go the extra mile with this, man, truly, truly means the world. I hope you know that it means a lot to me. And thank you. High on Figure says it's Mart P. This is my new channel. Oh, let's go. Mart P is High on Figures. High on Figures is Mart P. They're the same guy. Mart P is is High on Figures. High on Figures is Mart P. Are we understanding this? They're the same guy. Different channel. The biggest plot twist of the day, Mart P. High on Figures, man. Hell yeah, dude. This is awesome. Love to see this, Mart P. Love to see this, bro. Toy Collector says, yeah, probably $2 US. Dude, I'm dead serious when I say this, and I'm really not trying to be this guy that's like, hey, man, truly, man, the gesture in and of itself means the world to me. I just didn't know what the CA meant. I figured it meant Canadian. Dude, I don't care if it's 2 cents, 200 cents, $200 million, whatever. Let's be real. That'd be That'd be a lot of money. That'd be a big super chat there. But truly, man, it means the world to me, man. So truly appreciate it, man. Truly do. What do we got here? We got Connor, aka Hot Toys Hotline, saying the GOAT. Listen, man, Connor, thanks for being here, bro. I really appreciate doing a little day stream today. But Connor has put out so many reviews. I haven't even been able to watch all of them yet because he's put out so many reviews, man. But definitely go check out Connor because he has put out a Ron review. What else did he put out? I think it was a Paul Atreides I saw. Anyway, I'm going to get caught up on my backlog of YouTube videos to watch this weekend. The dude's killing it right now with his reviews, man. So it is, and also, a friend of the channel as well. Friend of the channel. I've been lucky enough to be on Connor's stream, so it's always a good time. And I'm honored that you're here, man. And love what you're doing. So thanks, Connor, for being here, dude. Really appreciate you. Collecting Madness in the building saying, what's up, dog? What is up, Collecting Madness, bro? Everybody's coming in to say hello, and this means the world to me, man. My heart, I'm like the Grinch, dude. My heart's growing 10 times bigger than it was. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys. Yeah, of course, man. Of course, Connor. Of course, man. Of course. And I mean it too. I mean, again, I'd probably say like, hey, check it out just because, you're a cool dude. So I'm like, hey, check out his channel. But like literally, like putting out some good stuff, man, some good reviews. And I know how long reviews take. And so anybody that's putting out reviews, man, I just have massive respect for that because it's like, it is a time consuming process for sure. Phil DeBurn in the building says, oh, why, hello. Hey, what is up, Phil DeBurn? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here, Phil DeBurn. Thank you. All right, y'all keep it going in the chat, man. I love the chat. We could just do a show like that the whole time, but let's kind of finish up our thoughts here on Rain. I'm not going to do a poll. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am. Even though a few of y'all have told me, let's get the hype. What is... All right, so we got a new poll going. Are you picking up this Rain Carradine? Yes, no. It's great, but not for me. And while y'all vote in that, we're going to just take a look at the last few images here again, just to kind of finish up my thoughts on it. This is a 10 out of 10 announcement for me. I love this announcement. I cannot wait to get this figure in hand. And this just looks incredible. The little scarring on the face here, the cheekbones here, the sculpted hair looks great. I just love this figure, man. I think the body proportions are great. I think the arms look really good. The watch with the wristband, the hands even, dude. This is a great announcement. This is a truly great announcement. And if you're a fan of the movie, I think that this is an absolute must-have figure. I really do. Just because it's just one of those ones, man, where I don't want to say I'm shocked we're getting it, but I'm pleasantly surprised we're even getting this, dude. So a testament to how good Alien Romulus was. And also how well it did at the box office. I think that really helped it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, dude, see, on some of these angles, this sculpt is just fantastic. And I think this is a great angle for the Rain sculpt here. And yeah, dude, I'm super hyped for this, man. To kick off the year with this announcement for me is huge, man. And again, I don't want to tell the future. But this will, by the end of this year, this will still be one of my favorite announcements this year, just because it's like one of those characters that you just don't ever see. And again, I know it's because she's only been in the one movie. We always see a lot of the same stuff just redone or different outfits for the characters or whatever. But to get Rain, man, from Romulus, to get that scorched Dino, man, I cannot wait, dude. This is so hype, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Here's everything come with, again, $270 before tax and shipping on Sideshow, already up for pre-order. This is a true dopo. This is one I'm actually pre-ordering, because I'm just going to, like we talked about earlier, I'm going to kind of pay this one off over time and just be ready to get it. This is one I'm definitely never going to cancel, and I'm very excited, man. Cannot wait. So let's go full screen before we go to our next topic here. And let's check in with you guys in the chat, because we got some just got some great people in the chat today, as always. But I also wanted to check in with. We got guys like Connor saying, "Thanks, dude. Another review tomorrow. Long week for me, dude. I'm telling you, man. I think that's the. I've always respected people that do reviews, especially figure reviews, because there's just so much you got to go over. But it really is like, I mean, a 10-minute video can take hours and hours. I mean, it just is one of those things. So I really keep it up, man. Everybody's saying what's up to Connor. Hot Toys Hotline says they actually updated the eyes. They are blue at Secret Base. Now that's what Lane was telling me. And I'll be honest with you, unless I would have been told that, I kind of overlooked that, to be honest with you, when I first looked at these photos. I didn't realize that the eyes weren't accurate just because I was kind of looking at other things. And normally that I would pick up on that. But yeah, that's really cool. I'm interested to see those images from Secret Base now. Yeah, Keith said, I've heard this too. Keith says that people plan on getting this figure so they can make an Ellie from Last of Us. I have heard that, yes. And which is cool. That's cool. I just think Rain is definitely, for me anyway, Rain's a character I just want on the shelf. So, but yeah, Joel and Ellie, that'd be cool too. All right. So there we go. So the next topic here that we're going to get into, we're going to be talking about a little, we're going to switch gears over to the movie and television aspect of the show. Let me pull this up. All right, let me check on how to do this real quick. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get this up. I'm not going to be playing the audio of it because then the whole stream will get taken down because of, I can talk about the images. No, we're going to go through the trailer. We're going to break down the trailer a little bit. We're going to talk about the new Daredevil Born Again show coming in March that I personally am super hyped for. All right, so we're going to share this instead. Let's crop this. That'll work, right? All right, let's see how this is going to look. Let's pull this up. All right, so this should be good. So we're going to look at, again, this will have no volume on it. But we are going to be talking about the Daredevil Born Again trailer. We're going to break it down right here. And I hope everybody's excited for the show. I know I am. I know not everybody is like a huge, that's in the chat right now. You might not be a huge Marvel fan, but I think that Daredevil is one of those shows that, like, even people that aren't super into Marvel, I think a lot of people like Daredevil, like when it was on when it first premiered on Netflix. But I'm pumped for the show, man. And I think that they did a hell of a job on this trailer. I really do. And so when you kind of look at the trailer, again, it kind of starts off here with, with some different fight scenes here. Kind of see the new Charlie Cox Daredevil suit here. I think you get a better look of it later. But what I really like about the trailer starting out is you get a lot of this right here, which at the core of the show, if you watch if you've watched any Daredevil up to this point, like the core of the show, obviously, Matt Murdock, you got Kingpin, you got Fisk, and Vincent D'Onofrio just plays the hell out of that role, by the way. I'm very excited to see him in this show. Again, I think even though they've changed showrunners on this show, I believe they've changed showrunners a little bit on the show, but I think that's actually going to be to the show's benefit. Not because the showrunners weren't doing a good job. The showrunners are probably doing a really good job. I just think that the show maybe went in a different direction during like rewrites and stuff. And again, all we can do is go based on the trailer. Like, that's all we can do. So this show might turn out not so good. The show might turn out incredible, but based on the trailer, I think it looks fantastic. I personally am like, this is one of the things I'm most excited about for this year in movies and television. Like, I'm very excited for this show. And you kind of see right here, man, again, I just like this conversation that's going on right here, this diner scene. Again, Wilson, Fisk is now he is now the mayor, and they kind of, again, I don't want to, I mean, I'm assuming you've seen up to the show, but just in case you haven't, I'll just kind of keep it at that. But this is kind of like a soft relaunch. Like, I think it's definitely a sequel, but I think they're going for like almost like a reboot relaunch, just with like the same people. So it's gonna be one of those weird hybrid type of things. I think that you'll be okay if you haven't watched everything. I think you'll be okay going into episode 1. I think they're gonna do a good job of kind of keeping you in the loop and keeping you updated on everything. Kind of going to skip ahead a little bit here. Again, we get a lot of this different stuff. And again, you can kind of see this, the publicity that Fisk is getting here. And, that's going to be very interesting to see him with that power, to see how he's going to respond to that. You definitely know that stuff's going to happen. A cool little Easter egg here, this Steve Rogers musical. So if you watched Hawkeye, the show, excuse me, let me get a drink of water. I'm so sorry. So if you watch the Hawkeye show, you remember like in the first episode, they were at Hawkeye with his family was at the Steve Rogers musical, and it was a really funny bit that they had in that show. So again, and also, Fisk showed up in the Hawkeye show for a few episodes. So to have that tie-in is pretty cool. Again, kind of showing just Charlie Cox back as Matt Murdock, man, is back as Daredevil is so sick. And, they kind of just have a conversation about like, it's almost like the conversation of like, I don't know if y'all have seen the movie Heat. I'm not comparing it to that level of acting or anything, because that's one of the best scenes of all time. But it's just cool to see two people that kind of know each other, know each other's tendencies, having that conversation with one another. And I just love it, especially just both of these guys just knock it out of the park with this, with these roles. They absolutely do. And I think Charlie Cox's Daredevil is fantastic. I'm so pumped that they're really focused on getting Daredevil in a lot of this stuff. There's a lot of rumors that he's going to be in, the Secret Wars films coming up, the Doomsday stuff coming up. So I'm very excited that they're giving Daredevil that platform, you could say, because he is one of the best things that Marvel has done. The Daredevil show and the Punisher show, like, especially the Daredevil show. Like, Daredevil season 2 to me was just absolutely incredible. And again, I'm just hyped that we're getting this. We'll see how it goes. Seems like they're keeping a lot of the violence in there, even though it is going to be a Disney Plus show. With them having a lot of the Fox merger, they feature a lot more of like TV MA content on the channel. You just got to kind of click if you're okay with watching it, because it is a Disney platform. But I do think personally that they're going to stay maybe not as violent as what was going on when the Netflix show aired, but I still think, just based on the feel of the trailer, that it still looks like it's going to stay true to that. And so, again, dude, I just love the Daredevil show. And this was like a cool little shot right here with the Daredevil mask, kind of with one of the horns off or whatever. Let's check in with the chat real quick before we finish up our thoughts here. Toy Collector says, looks great. Punisher is back too. Yeah, I am hyped for John Bernthal to be back. I was actually at a Comic-Con and I went to the Punisher panel. It had, it might have been like technically a Daredevil panel, but anyway, John Bernthal was there. I think his name's, what's that guy's name, man? The guy who plays Foggy, Eldrick Hudson or something like that. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know this. I actually got the dude's autograph for Mighty Ducks, like, because I went and talked to him after the panel. Anyway, long story short, they were both on there, and it was just super cool hearing John Bernthal talk about the process, like talked about what attracted him to the show, attracted him to the character, attracted him to the projects that he takes on. And that's what I like about John Bernthal, man, is you'll see him in like, smaller roles like on the show The Bear. He's incredible in that. He only shows up in a few episodes, but he's fantastic. You'll see him as like a supporting actor in like movies like Wolf of Wall Street or just all these movies. He seems like he wants to work with certain directors. He wants to work on certain projects, wants to work with certain actors. And the fact that he came back for this show, because, he's got a really popular podcast. He's pretty in demand actor. So for him to come back to this show really shows me that he really cares about the character, the Punisher, and I think he really liked working on it. And for the fact that we're getting that again, because I just think him and Charlie Cox both, those are like perfect castings. Plus, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is incredible too. But man, I cannot wait for this show, man. I cannot wait for this show. Big Dog Pound says, I'm hyped for Daredevil, and I geeked out seeing Punisher. I did too, man. And the thing about it is too, like, we talked about figures coming up. This is something I totally expect to get a new Daredevil figure. I totally expect to get a new Punisher figure from this movie. Would love it if we could get a Kingpin as well. But I think for sure we're going to get 2 of these. We might even get White Tiger. I think there's a White Tiger sighting in this trailer that we haven't looked at yet. Mitchell Lawrence in the building. We got Mitchell Lawrence in the building saying, late to the party. I have ran on pre-order to pair with the Sword Xenomorph. I hope we get Andy. Mitchell, definitely check out the replay, man. We were talking about that a lot. I'm totally on board with you on this. I definitely think there's a chance we get Andy. I'm hoping we do. But I am with you. I am getting Rain and Sword Xenomorph both. And I'm being more strategic on what I'm actually pre-ordering. But these are both coming home for sure, man. And I am hyped as well. And I know you're hyped. I know you've been waiting on these announcements for Alien, Predator, all that stuff, man. And thank you for being here, Mitchell. We got Geo in the building. The movie canon saying, it's so casual. It's early in the morning? ? Yeah, dude. We're doing a day stream. I had the opportunity to do a day stream today, man. And I just wanted to get on here during the day, man. Like I said, it was I had some stuff I got to go do tonight. I didn't want to, have to cancel the show for the second week in a row. So this is just a time change for today. I might do a day show from time to time on Casual Friday, but it's still going to be a night show, Friday nights. But yeah, man, just thought it'd be fun to kind of go live during the day on this Casual Friday, episode 17, man. Episode 17. Big Dog Pound says, I'm glad that the show still has a dark, mature, and violent tone. I am too, man. I didn't want to see it go. And I'll be honest with you guys. And again, I know that I don't know how people feel about the show, but when I watch She-Hulk, and I'll just say it, I personally liked She-Hulk. I thought She-Hulk was actually a good show. I don't think it was like, as again, I probably had the benefit of, like, by the time I watched it, I'd heard that it was so bad. Like, maybe that helped just because my expectations for it were so low. But I'm telling you, man, Daredevil was really good in that, and he showed that he could have like some comedic elements in it too. So that was the thing I really liked. But I will say, I'm glad that he is returning to his roots in this show. Even though I did like Trail in the She-Hulk show, this is what Matt Murdock is, man. This is what it's all about. And I just love that we're going ground level of MCU again. I want to see more ground level MCU. I loved what they did with Moon Knight. And again, that's funny that we say Moon Knight's ground level, and they're, they got like all these like, gods and, different like projections and all this different stuff. Like, so again, but what I'm getting at is like, I like seeing the smaller scale, fighting for the city, kind of like what Spider-Man used to be. Spider-Man used to just be like, hey, take care of New York City. But this is like, hey, take care of Hell's Kitchen. Like, I like getting back to that because we've gotten so big with the storytelling on the MCU, and rightfully so. That's what works, when you're doing like a big overarching story and you got the world's mightiest heroes, like you're doing this huge, like, you're doing this huge, planet revolving thing. You're going to different planets and stuff. You're getting galactic. So it's always cool, man, for Daredevil, especially as a character, to get back to his roots here with this setting. I'm pumped for this. I hope this show does really well, and I hope we get more of this. But I'm totally with you, man. I love the tone, and yeah, man, I'm hyped. Big Dog Pants said the shot, the Daredevil helmet floating in the air is epic. Yeah, I love this shot, man. This is such a cool shot, a great moment in the trailer for sure. Totally agree. Mr. Lawrence says, no worries, I'll be checking out. Thank you, Mitchell. I really appreciate it, dude. And Big Dog Pound says the twerk scene and Daredevil Walk of Shame was like, I really like the Daredevil walk. Again, man, I'll put it this way. I understand if people didn't like the show, if they didn't like Daredevil, or if they didn't like She-Hulk. I get it. But like I just had fun with it. I kind of just thought it was like it was just a fun show, and it was kind of refreshing to kind of see a show that wasn't about like world saving stuff. You know, it was like it kind of just, that's what I'm saying with Daredevil. Like it's important to the people. Like you're not thinking of like this huge like global threat. It's like this specific, you know, again, that's why I'm excited for Daredevil to kind of get back to that, like, okay, city, the people within the city, protecting my home type of thing. And that's what I'm really excited for, man. Phil DeBurn says She-Hulk is the Ally McBeal of Marvel. That's a good way to look at it, man. That's a good way to look at it for sure. And again, I think that, you know, a lot of people, you know, maybe didn't check out the show, but again, I thought it was good. In fact, the first episode, actually, I thought like the first episode wasn't a great pilot episode, but from that point on, man, I thought the rest of it, when they really focused on Jennifer Walters as opposed to, you know, Bruce Banner kind of like teaching her all this stuff, even though there's some funny parts in there, the show really took off for me with like the supporting cast around Jennifer Walters. Like there's some good comedic elements there. I love the whole thing with like the Abomination and stuff. So again, man, it just didn't take itself seriously, and I had fun with it. I really did enjoy it. But Daredevil is going to be a whole different level, man. I just think that Daredevil, for me, man, like getting back to these action sequences, getting back to this type of fight choreography, getting back to Charlie Cox's performance as Daredevil, man. Again, March 4th, dude. And that's not too long away from here, man. But I just love, this is such a great shot in the trailer, too. This is such a great shot. This tells you everything you need to know about his character in one image. Tells you everything you need to know about his character in one image. And I love it. And again, man, just really cool shots. Just, you know, him kind of walking through. Again, it's a perfect trailer because it tells you just enough about what you're going to get to be exciting, but it doesn't show off everything. It gets you intrigued. And I love how they focus primarily on Fisk and Murdoch in this. And again, man, we kind of see some different characters pop up. Again, I think, did I miss the White Tiger? Yeah, I think the White Tiger shows up here. Get some steamy scenes. You're going to get some steamy scenes, man. So they're basically showing you like, hey, this ain't, you know, we're going back to Netflix, man. We're going back to Netflix's style. And then why can't I get it on the White Tiger? Is that the image? I thought there was like an image of, maybe I'm wrong. Did I miscalculate this? Somebody help me out in the chat. The White Tiger is in this trailer, right? Or am I calling the character the wrong name? Maybe that's what the problem is. Yeah, he was in there. Maybe this is him. Anyway, so that'll be in there. So again, man, I think that for me, it's just a show I'm super excited about. And then right here, man, I think this is the part of the trailer that I think all of us were just like, okay, it's a day one watch. You know what I mean? This is a day one watch, man. Getting John Bernthal back again looks like hell. Looks like he's been through hell and back, which he has. This character's been through so much, man. And I cannot wait to see this dynamic play out again. I cannot wait to see John Bernthal back as the Punisher, dude. This show right here, man, out of all the stuff that Marvel's got coming out this year, and this actually going to be an exciting year for Marvel, man. We got Captain America Brave New World coming out soon, like less than a month. We got this after that. We have like an animated Spider-Man show at the end of January. We got some other animated stuff like Eyes of Wakanda and Marvel Zombies. Then we have theatrical stuff. We got like Thunderbolts, you know, coming in May. We got Fantastic Four First Step coming in July. So, dude, this is going to be a really exciting year, not only for like Marvel fans, for like the movies and stuff, but like if you're somebody who's like anticipating what pre-orders there might be for collectibles and stuff like that, man, I think there's going to be a hefty amount for sure. Big Dong Pound says, I think the villain in the white mask is called Blind Spot. Okay, cool. So see, the thing I'm reading here, man, is that Some people are calling, some people on like when I was reading up about it, because I was like, is that the White Tiger? Some people said that like they've already spoiled like what he is in the show or like what happens to him in the show, so I don't want to read too much about it. But I thought that White Tiger was in here too, but maybe I'm totally off base on this. Phil DeBurn says the villain, his name is Muse, a serial killer who kills for art. Okay. So am I totally wrong that the? Okay, hold on. I'm reading this in real time, so apologies to you guys watching. Phil DeBurn says the other guy in white mask. Oh, okay. So Muse was this guy. Where was it? Let me just play this a little bit. So this is Muse, what you're saying, right, Phil DeBurn? And then Big Dog Pound says White Tiger is in the show. Okay, that's where I was. So this makes sense now. So this is Muse then. Okay, so that's what was throwing me off, dude. Because like I hadn't watched the trailer today, but I watched it when it first dropped, and I was like wanting to talk about that aspect of it. And then when we started talking about different villains, I was like, well, wait a minute, man. Is that like, did I see that on a different show? So, but yeah, very cool, man. Thank you for this intel, Phil DeBurn. Really appreciate that, man. And yeah, like I said, man, we'll just kind of let this play a little bit more. We got some returning cast members here. Very excited for her to be back. And yeah, dude. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. Okay, finally. All right, because I was like, dude, I know I saw him in the thing. So yeah, having White Tiger in the show, man, that's gonna be cool. Again, man, that's what's. I really want to see them explore more of the villains from Daredevil. I'm not as familiar with the villains in Daredevil. I'm familiar with the character quite a bit, and I'm familiar with the villains they've already kind of introduced. But I'm very excited for this, man, to kind of see some of the fight sequences that we're going to be getting. Kind of see, like I said, man, that street level MCU once again. And like I said, dude, the show just looks really gritty, really good. Again, man, I'm just super hyped for it. Yeah, dude. I mean, this show looks amazing. Look at all these masks, bro. Look at all this. This is such a cool shot in the trailer, man. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit. This was such a cool shot in the trailer, seeing all these different masks right here. Love that. And yeah, dude. I mean, this show right here. And again, here's that suit. So again, you're kind of thinking ahead, like, hey, are we going to get any figures from this show? Are we going to get any, what are we going to get? This new suit, man, some different, the material looks different than his older suit. Got some different stuff. I think there's this image. Then, of course, you got Daredevil Born Again here. But I think there's a closing image here. March 4th. Okay, so I think it's back here then. Let's just let it play right here. Then I think, yeah, so you kind of see little, the different stuff with the suit here. I definitely think this suit looks great, and I'm definitely excited to be getting it in figure form. Like, I think it's almost a guarantee, I would think, to be getting this. But the show just looks incredible, man. I'm just really excited. And then just a cool, great shot here, man. That's what I love about Matt Murdock as a character, man, is he has that, like, responsibility to do stuff, but he tries to do it in the court system, man. But, and that's what they were talking about, him and Fisk, was like, having that anger in you, having that, that monster in you, and that's what I love, is that dynamic of that he knows that he can go there. It's kind of like Batman, like when Batman has like no kill rule, he has that for his own, like his own code and stuff, and Daredevil definitely gets more brutal. Like he'll just, but I do like that, how there's that constant struggle within the character that I'm excited for them to explore, man. And I just truly can't wait for the show. I'm like extremely hyped for the show, and I'm excited, man. It's going to be a fun one. And Phil DeBurn says, I'm reading the comic with Muse in it, and the show is going to be dark. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for it, Phil DeBurn. I'm very excited for it. And Phil DeBurn says that comic run is what the show will be based on. Yeah, so luckily, man, so I've read some of the Daredevil runs. I'm actually reading the Fantastic Four Hickman run right now. And it's damn good. But anyway, I digress. I know a little bit about this storyline. I just haven't read enough about it. I'm going to because the show is so close to airing, I'm gonna wait and just watch the show, and then I'll probably read the story after. Because I kind of want to go in like with some knowledge, but I kind of want to see stuff on the show first, just because we're so close to the show now. But yeah, dude, I can't wait for the show, man. Very, very excited to be getting a Daredevil show, man. I mean, it sounds silly, but it's like we've kind of seen, the Daredevil character pop up from time to time. But what's so exciting about getting another Daredevil show is like for a while, dude, that was like the gold standard of like superhero television. I mean, when Daredevil came out, man, like people were hyped. People had not seen that level of fight choreography or that much brutal, a Marvel project being basically rated R. It was like our first rated R, like true MCU type of thing. And so for this to like be an official part of the MCU now, they need to keep it like dark. They need to keep what fans loved about it and what fans expect from it. And I think they will, man. But it's again, we just have to take a wait and see approach because we could, we'll just have to see. But I just think it looks fantastic. I'm super hyped for it. I cannot wait for the show. And I guess I can say it now. I mean, we got 19 in the chat. I'll officially announce this. Let me check something real quick. I mean, this isn't like some huge announcement, so don't worry. It's not going to be a huge announcement. I want to check something. Are they going to release the whole show at once? Does anybody know if they're releasing the whole show at once or if they're going to kind of do the Star Wars thing where they start off with like a 2-episode start and then it's a weekly thing? All right, there's going to be 9 episodes. Release schedule is weekly. It says, yes, Daredevil Born Again is expected to be released weekly on Disney Plus, with 1 episode dropping each week, following the typical release pattern for most Marvel series on the platform. I'd heard that it was going to be like 18 episodes, but maybe they're going to split that within 2 seasons. Because right here it says 9 episodes. So anyway, yeah, 21 in the chat. So we will be on my channel. I am going to be doing we're going to be doing something really cool with Daredevil. We're going to be doing something really cool. We're going to be doing live streams after the episodes. So I can so if you're in the stream, man, you're getting like breaking news or whatever. I'm going to like post about it on my YouTube channel like over the weekend, but we're going to be doing some talking about the show after the episodes air. Still working out the scheduling of that or whatever. We're going to have to see what times the show goes live and stuff like that. But we are going to be doing like after the episode talks and stuff. So it's going to be really fun, exciting if you're into that stuff, if you're into Marvel. And Ryan Smith says, excited to see Daredevil back. Hope it's as great, if not better than the Netflix series. I'm hoping that too, man. I'm hoping that too. I really do. And I think they got big plans for Daredevil in the MCU. So hopefully this is a great launching point because I'm telling you, this character, dude, is fantastic. Matt Murdock's a great character. Charlie Cox plays him brilliantly. And John Bernthal is Punisher, man. I want to see these guys in more stuff, and I'm so hyped, man. I really am. Big Dog Pound says the second season was confirmed that August, which filming set to begin by March 2025. Big Dog Pound, I appreciate this intel, dude. Thank you so much for sharing this. Great information here. But yeah, we're going to be doing a weekly like recap show. Just we're going to be sitting talking about the episodes that air. So if you want to watch the episodes live and you want to join on the live stream live, definitely encourage you to do so. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll talk about the show. Again, it'll be spoiler heavy because we're going to be talking about what we just saw. So I'll release the details of that soon. But I just want to give y'all a heads up since we're like, about a month and a half away from it. So that'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to doing that stream. And I'm still working out how I'm actually going to roll that out. But we are going to be doing that on the channel. So hopefully y'all join me for that. And it's going to be fun, man. I know I've said that 5 times. So you know it's going to be fun if I've said it's going to be fun 20 times. But I'm pumped for it, man. And again, if you haven't been watching the show or you haven't been following the channel as closely, that's kind of, if you haven't noticed, I've been doing some different stuff with the channel. Again, we're going to stay live for a little bit longer here, but I just wanted to put this in here where we still got 19 in the chat. So based on my last 2 videos, so those are my last 2 videos right there. My top 25 most anticipated horror movies of 2025 and my review of the new Goosebumps show on Disney Plus, Goosebumps The Vanishing, which By the way, is really good. Like, if you don't want to go watch the review, I get it. But if you are in the chat and after we finish up live here, if you want to go check out those videos, show it a little love with a thumbs up or go show it support, I'd really appreciate it. That's the stuff I'm going to be doing more on the channel going forward. If you haven't been, following along to some of my other streams, I just love talking about this stuff, man. I've done some movie reviews on my channel, and I still love talking about the collectibles and all that stuff. I've always loved both. So I'm like, hey, to hell with it. Like, I'll just do both. I'll just talk about both things. So again, just kind of putting that out there for people that are on the show. Casual Fridays is going to pretty much have the same format. The topics are going to be what the topics are. We're going to talk about movies and figures and collectibles and stuff. But I'm putting it in that order because that's like kind of the focus going forward is like Daredevil show, for instance. I want to talk about the show. But then I also want to talk about when they release some figures for it. I want to talk about that too. So I just thought, like, what the hell? I'll just do both. So again, man, hopefully everybody's cool with that going forward. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Maybe you're not interested in everything that's on the channel. That's totally cool. But if you stay subscribed to the channel, I'm hoping there's at least something for you that you enjoy. But again, no hard feelings going forward. If you come to expect certain videos, like, it's definitely going to be a lot different. I'm trying out a lot of different things. And those are my two latest videos. Again, reviews on a show, and then obviously the most anticipated horror movie. So if you're into horror movies, definitely check that out. I'll have a few other stuff like that coming out very soon that I'm editing right now. And I actually am going to be dropping my Wolfman review this afternoon. So definitely come back to the channel. It will be spoiler free. And I'm going to be throwing up a Wolfman review, and it's literally going to be me just talking like this to the camera, like telling my thoughts about Wolfman. So hopefully, if you were thinking about seeing this weekend, this review might help you make that decision. But that'll be coming this afternoon. So I'm going to finish up editing that after I get off here, and then that'll be uploaded. So if you wouldn't mind, check that out later today if you want to check that out. But that's pretty much what I got on the channel, man. I got that on the channel. The next thing we're going to look at to close out our stream today, we're going to close out our stream today by talking about those in-art images. Let me get to those images here. Obviously, I know a lot of people have already discussed this. There's some great conversations already being had about it, which I'm loving seeing people's takes on this. I've tried not to pay attention to too much of it because I wanted to kind of go in with like a fresh perspective of like, okay, I didn't want to see all the pictures, but obviously I have now because like it's just such a cool, kind of a really cool announcement and release. I'm trying to find those pictures, and as always, I don't have them pulled up beforehand, which was, now I'm regretting that. But let me see if I can find those in-art photos here. My goodness. I thought they'd be right here. They're not. While I'm looking for that, we're gonna answer this question right here from the Frank Knight Rises. What is up, dude? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for commenting. Let me see if I can answer this question here. He says, "Hey, how you figure? What are your thoughts on waitlist conversions? Just got Merrick. Waitlist conversions are just as problematic as pre-orders." My thoughts on waitlist conversions are, if I don't mind that, but yeah, I guess it just depends on when they hit. Like, if it's something like, for instance, if I get the Artisan Wanda waitlist converted, I'm going to be very, very happy about that. On the flip side of that, I guess it depends on when it drops. Right now, are you talking about like it's problematic for you because the conversion dropped right as the like other stuff has been announced, or when a waitlist converts, do you have to pay for it right there? You can't do payment plan or something? Kind of give me a little bit more background on this, man. Let me know what maybe why you don't enjoy it, because I haven't done it a lot. I've gotten one waitlist converted, and that was for the Artisan Jack Sparrow. And but again, I already had that. Like, I was already going to get that. But I'm just saying that sometimes I'll just put myself on a wait list. I'll decide then. But yeah, The one that I would love to get waitlist converted is obviously the Artisan Joker, but we'll see if that happens. But yeah, my thoughts on it are, just to answer your question though, I don't have a lot of experience with it, but yeah, I guess depending on when it would convert would be a problem if I already had like 5 stuff hit at once. All right, let me try to find these images, man. Like, I don't know why I can't find these. I mean, I know you're thinking like, dude, why don't you just pull this shit up before you like get on stream so that way you don't have to do this? And the answer is you're absolutely right. That's 100% what I should be doing. But you know, I didn't. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't, and I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Let you down. My God. Okay, let's try it. This isn't working. Let's try this. All right, here we go. So we're gonna pull these up off of. Let me see. These are just ones I found on Reddit. So kudos to whoever posted these. Let me see if I can crop this. All right, I think I finally figured it out, you guys. I am terribly sorry for the delay. All right, let me just make sure this is going to look good. I want to make sure everything is in the image. That way we don't have to do that again. All right, so I'm just pulling. These are the images that I'm sure everybody's already seen. I am going to be again, this is off Reddit. Whoever, you know, I don't want to take credit for these images. So whoever posted these, you know, their photos. But I'm just using these based on Reddit posts. All right. Before we get started on this topic, this is what we're going to be talking about. Before we get started on this topic, I'm going to have a drink of water. I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to hit the comments up, see if we got any new comments here. And we do. We have Phil to Burn. Let me get a sip of water, Phil to Burn. I'll answer this question. Not even a question, but I'll read this. My bad. I thought it was a question. He said Batfleck, yes. Wonder Woman, yes. Clark Kent, yes. Everything else, no, I'm good. I hear you, dude. It's good to have that, man. Because, dude, all these look fantastic. Frank Knight Rises says, oh, I get like 3 at a time for Star Wars figures I miss out on. Frank Knight, dude, I feel your pain on this then, dude. I totally get it now. I was wondering, I was like, I wonder if he's just getting a lot at the same time. But yeah, dude, I hear you. So you got Merrick, and what else? Has anything else converted at the same time? Did you end up going with Merrick? Because that Merrick, man, that ended up looking really good. So, I mean, again, we haven't gotten an official release yet, but like that was one I thought I was gonna like have no interest in. But the more I look at it, man, that's gonna be a cool one. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that one. Big Dog Pound says, I go. All right, Big Dog Pound, I'll see you, man. I'll see you, Big Dog Pound. Thanks for being here. Yeah, man. All right. I think this is what you meant to say, or is this like were you going to say like, I got this and like you didn't type the rest of it, or is this like you saying, I'm out of here, man. I got to go. Regardless, man, if you're leaving, thank you so much for being here, dude. I really, really appreciate you. I really do. All right. So let's take a look at this last topic of the day. Oh, here we go. Okay. I had a feeling this was what was going on, bro. I was like, I thought you were saying, I go. And I was like, all right, man, I'll see you. Big Dog Pouts, what he meant to say was, I got tech from the waitlist conversion too. Hell yeah, dude. That's huge. That's huge. He said, my bad, that was a typo. No, dude, I figured, man. I was just having a little fun with it, but I was like, well, dude, maybe he is leaving. And I just want to make sure I say bye if he is. But no, Big Dog Pound, appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for being here, man. And I hope you're doing well. But we got, hey, look who we got in the building now, baby. We got Hodor317. He says, I got the Merrick waitlist conversion yesterday, dude. Pulled the trigger. Hell yeah, dude. That's exciting. Really hyped for you guys, man. One that I'm kind of excited for. I don't know if everybody else has talked about on the show before, man. I'm really excited to see what that final Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny looks like. I'm very excited to see what that looks like, man, with the different leather materials. That one I'm really hyped for, man. And again, I'm good right now. I've had so much stuff hit at once that I'm good if this stuff's spaced out. But that's why I'm interested to see how it looks. But Hodor317, man, thank you for being here, dude. And I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Friday. And thank you for showing up to the day stream. Don't worry, going forward, we're still going to have casual Fridays at night. But I just wanted to have a fun day stream today. And really appreciate you being here, man. Central Cal says, I'm in for the Lord of the Rings line. Dude, you know what? I've been saying it for weeks. I gotta open up Airborne this weekend. I got so much stuff backlogged, dude. I might just spend my weekend like getting this stuff out and on the shelf. Bright Night Rises says Artisan Jack, Purge Trooper on 2 accounts, and this neat Merrick. Vader's the coolest looking Inquisitor in my opinion. Dude, he really does look good. I'll be honest with you, I kind of slept on this figure when it was first announced. I was like, I'm not too excited about that. He really didn't do much in the show. And then a few people kind of got hyped about it. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Let me take a look again. I'm still not picking up Merrick, but he still looks really good. He would really look good next to Balin and stuff. I do have Balin. And his just the color design and the costume design, that like old knight look, I think is really cool. So man, this is awesome. Hell yeah, dude. That is a lot of conversions, man. So I feel your pain on this one. I'm excited for you that you got married. All right, so let's take a look at that. Again, guys, I want to just say 16 still in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here, man. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And again, if you're just tuning in, definitely check the replay out when it's done and be looking out for my Wolfman review this afternoon. Love to have y'all check that one out if you're interested in the movie. Hodor317 says, I'm hoping Hot Toys releases that Feral Predator soon. Indiana Jones would be awesome. Dude, yeah, both those are ones that I'm picking up. The Feral Predator, I thought got postponed a little bit. Am I wrong on that? Didn't it get like delayed a little bit? But regardless, I want to see the final product. So as long as they look almost as good, if not just as good as the prototype, I'm still sticking with those. All right, let's look over to this. So we have our in art here. We got, you got your Ben Affleck Batman. You got your Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. And you got your Christopher Reeve 2-pack Superman. That's the one right there. That's the one that I feel like everybody's going to want, is that 2-pack of Christopher Reeve, man. Not only just the icon that Christopher Reeve is as himself, but the icon he is. You not only get a Clark Kent, but you get a Superman. You get that great Fortress of Solitude base there. You get some different hands. Again, very, we're starting to see this even more, even within art a little bit. It looks like we're getting less accessories. They're kind of, they're saving those for like the premium route. These deluxe routes come with this deluxe 2-pack, and you get this, looks like you get this newspaper here, and you get, looks like kryptonite there or something like that. I can't really see. It's very small. But get some different hands and stuff. But again, man, I know out of all three of these, not saying you're most excited about it, but I will say that I feel like this is going to be the one that people really gravitate toward, just because we've already seen a lot of different, BVS Batman, a lot of Wonder Womans. But again, we haven't seen InArt do them yet, I don't believe. So those are going to look really good, man. I personally am looking forward to seeing how that Ben Affleck Batman 2.0 comes out from Hot Toys. So we'll see. But all three of these are going to be sick, man. I'm definitely going to add Wonder Woman to my collection at some point. I'm just waiting to see which one. I missed out on the WB100 one, which right now is the best version of that so far. But I'm very excited to see what they do with this. Right now, out of these three, the Christopher Reeve Superman one is the one that that's on my radar. I don't know for sure if I'm getting it, because the 2-pack, I don't know how much the price is going to be. So I'm kind of like back and forth on that. But I really do think that one's like, out of these three, man, that's going to be the one that people are really going to gravitate towards, I think. I mean, again, it's Batman, it's Wonder Woman, so these are going to be super popular as well. But man, Christopher Reeve, Superman 2-pack, dude, that's really cool. Then we got the Walking Dead line, which honestly, man, I'm very hyped for this. I think that this could turn out to be incredible. I used to love The Walking Dead. I still have a soft spot in my heart for Walking Dead. I kind of, I mean, I was really into Walking Dead for a while. Valkyrie says that he wants them all. I believe he's referring to these three right here. I hear you, Valkyrie. All three are going to look incredible, it looks like. Freight Night Rise says this will be better than Hot Toys. They're going to nail the proportions. Beast Batman. I'll probably cancel my Hot Toys. There you go, Freight Night Rises. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm definitely waiting and seeing too. I mean, we're going to see what the final like pre-order images look like and everything. And yeah, Valkyrie referring to DC N art. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the final product looks as well, man. And we're going to see, but yeah, and now we're on The Walking Dead. I don't know where the hype is. I know that people that are into Walking Dead are really hyped for this. I don't know where the hype is for a whole line of this. This is a line that could get really interesting to see how deep they go with this. They got three of the most popular characters right here. Obviously, got Rick Grimes, you got Negan, and you got Daryl. Michonne would be incredible if they did that. It'd be really cool to see the Governor. But if they do another one, I think the next one on the line would probably be Michonne if I had to guess. And dude, like I said, man, you just got to draw the line somewhere. And with us still about to talk about Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, I don't see myself collecting this line, but I will say I could definitely see myself getting a Rick Grimes. I think Rick could like that could be my Walking Dead display. I don't need the whole team or the whole cast, but a Rick Grimes is like a must. I think Andrew Lincoln just completely crushed it as Rick Grimes. And out of all three of these, man, even though that I don't know if it'd be the best looking one out of the three, the Daryl looks really good depending on the material they use for the costume there. But the Rick is the one that I'm definitely keeping my eye on. And yeah, exactly. Carl. But yeah, I just thought he was incredible, man. And I'm going to have to stay away from this line. This line could get very dangerous for collectors if they want to try to collect the whole thing. They're starting out with these three. Let's see how deep they go with this. But Rick is definitely the one I keep my eye on out of those three. And then right here is kind of where I am like, this is where, that's why I have to pass on some of these because I'm definitely here for the Harry Potter line from InArt. I got Ron coming in, got Hermione on pre-order. And for what they've announced so far, man, it looks like I'm like all in on this line, which again, when we talk about making decisions, it's like what gets removed, what doesn't. I can for sure say that Snape is coming home for sure. And I've been really looking forward to that. Malfoy, man, I didn't realize they were making a Malfoy. So this was kind of a cool like addition here. That's really cool. Again, it makes sense because they're basing it off the first movie. So it kind of makes sense that he's in there because he was a big part of the first one. Not that he's not a big part of the other ones, but like you can kind of see like these versions of the characters. You got the potions class here with Snape. And again, man, a ton of accessories with Malfoy here, and it's cool because you get this base, and he's got the dormitory for the Slytherin stuff. So that's going to look really cool. That green and that red next to the Gryffindor stuff. So, but yeah, man, the Malfoy is a bit of a surprise to me. I'll be honest. I knew they were going Snape. I thought Dumbledore would be maybe Dumbledore and Snape would be the next two, but Malfoy, man, that's kind of cool that they're making a Malfoy. And that's definitely one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on as well. But as of right now, unless things change, even with me being more selective going into the new year, the Harry Potter InArt line is where my focus is with InArt right now. Not that their stuff isn't great with everything, but that's kind of, you got to make a decision somewhere, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Phil DeBurn says, I just need Michonne with her zombie pets. Maybe the Governor. That'd be great. That's what I loved. I love Michonne and the Governor. I love that whole dynamic. And yeah, Michonne would be an incredible addition here. We got Figures and Fandom in the building, aka Steve is in the house, man. Figures and Fandom, the artist formerly known as Evil Sneaker. What is up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, man. He says, new camera angle. Let's go. Just got out of work. Now I'm real casual. I appreciate this, dude. We're on a little over 2 hours going in. We've already talked about the Daredevil trailer. We talked about the Rain figure from Hot Toys. And we're wrapping up today's show, Steve, with the NR talk right here, man. So we're talking about these, I'm sure, I know y'all talked about this on Wolfpack Wednesday, but I'm sure you're talking about it on your show with these images from NR and stuff. So this is really exciting. Thanks so much for being here, dude. Really do appreciate it, man. Brain Night Rise says, Rick and Rain, Last of Us 2 artisan display. Man, that'd be sick. That would be sick. That would look cool, actually. Big Dog Pound says, I am interested in getting Wonder Woman because I missed out on WB 100. That's me too. That's the one. The WB 100 one looks so good, but I think a lot of people that missed out on that are definitely going to be having that on their radar as well, man. But yeah, so for me, it's like, let's put it this way. The Harry Potter stuff is first priority, and I'm just talking about stuff that's like in these slides. So the Harry Potter stuff for me is first priority. Then I would probably say it's going to be tough, man. Once I see these in person, I'll know more. But I think I'm good. Like I said, Rick is a character that I really want. But I'm going to have to say no to a lot of things, man, because this gets really pricey. And then, of course, we have Lord of the Rings. So this would be probably my second priority here. Just because I got Aragorn. This looks like it could be a 2-pack. This looks like it could be a 2-pack with Sam and Frodo. Either that or they're just showing these two and then they're showing that, like, hey, each of them will get the accessory. But the way they're showing this, it just feels like it's going to be a 2-pack because of how it's all in one slide and it's not like, separated here. And they're kind of sharing a lot of the accessories here. And so again, man, to me, with Aragorn, I've been trying to figure out a way how I can collect the Lord of the Rings line without having to get every character. And I've thought about going Aragorn and Legolas. I've thought about going Aragorn, maybe even Frodo and Sam, because they shared the screen together, or it was just them three on the screen at one point. You can maybe do that. But then you're going to be wondering why you don't have Gandalf, why you don't have Gimli, why you don't have Legolas. Now you're going to get the whole fellowship. So it's really tough, man. So Lord of the Rings line is still one I'm unsure about. I see myself really wanting the 2 Hobbit characters just because I think that Frodo and Sam are just like the heart and soul of that movie. And I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, I mean, the Harry Potter one, this is the ones that I'm definitely getting. And to be honest with you, out of all these, that's the only ones I can say for sure that I'm getting. And Snape is a for sure, and even Malfoy I'm unsure about. I mean, I tend to want to say that, yes, I'm getting all of them. But depending on how deep they go with this Harry Potter line, man, who knows? But Snape, 100%. It's probably going to be tough to say no to Malfoy, man. That would just look so cool right next to the other 3 from Gryffindor. Central Cal says, wonder if they use the Harry Potter bodies for the Hobbits or made new ones. That's a great point. I'm not sure. That is a great question, and I don't want to like speak on it. Just my instinct would be that I would think that they'd have to be new, but maybe they don't. Central Cal, you might know more than me, man. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that they did the same ones? Because that could definitely be a possibility, especially with how their production is ramping up. I could definitely see them now that they're getting these original, the proportion stuff. I know they really try to get the proportions right on every character, but it would make sense to start reusing some of these bodies if they can, just to get production out a little quicker. But yeah, man, I'm unsure, man. That's a great question. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Oh, we still got that poll going on, man. Goodness. See, that's why I don't do polls. I always forget to stop them. So we're going to end the poll here. Are you picking up Rain Carradine? 26 votes. 30, what was this? What was this here? Oh, 42% say no, 34% say yes, and then 23% says it's great, but not for me. So there you go with that right there. And then the last poll of the day we'll do is what of the N-Art upcoming releases are you most hyped for? I'm going to move this microphone for a second. All right, so I'm starting a poll here. This will be our last poll of the day, and it is: what of the NART upcoming releases are you most hyped for? And since I only had 4, I had to put them all in the categories that we're seeing in the slide. So here we go. We're going to start the poll. Definitely vote on that. We got 14 still left in the chat. Definitely vote on this if you can. It says, what of the NART upcoming releases are you most hyped for? It's either Batfleck, Wonder Woman, and Reeve Superman, The Walking Dead, Rick, Negan, and Daryl, Malfoy and Snape, or Sam and Frodo. I'm pretty sure I know where this vote is going just based on what I've been talking about in the comments. But again, 14 in the chat. So just wanted to give us a poll to close out the show on. 15 still watching. So I appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. And that really means a lot to me. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm looking forward to all these. I mean, again, I'm looking forward to seeing how they all turn out. Like, I just think that's exciting. And, I'm personally, I'm excited about all of them in a way. I'm really excited to see how all these turn out. I'm excited to see what NART has coming from 2025 and beyond. Same with Hot Toys, same with Caustic Plastics, same with Sideshow, same with all these companies, man. So very excited to see what's in store. Again, we're 2 hours and 17 minutes in. Still got 15 in the chat. I know it was a different time today, so I really appreciate it. Hopefully, people that are normally in the chat with me on our Friday nights can catch it on the replay, man. But this was fun doing a day stream, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, we might do this from time to time. I had the opportunity to do it today, so I wanted to take advantage of it. And plus, like I've said before, but if you're just tuning in, had some stuff going tonight that I wouldn't be able to stream tonight for. But I really do appreciate everybody, man. And again, thank y'all all so much for the great chats, man. I mean, everybody, dude, we have had the chat just rolling tonight, man. Toy Collector, thank you again for the super chat earlier. Thank you all, guys. Thank you guys so much for all the kind words and stuff. Before we close out for the day, though, I just want to remind you, we got 2 videos. So if you're into those, man, definitely mean a lot if y'all could go check those out. Show it a little bit of love. That'd be awesome. And we'll be back next week, regular time for the most part. Again, that 9:30 Central Time. Look for next week's Casual Friday. And we got Big Dog Pound saying this is better than watching morning TV. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What a comment, man. I love this comment, dude. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate this, Big Dog Pound. Thank you for being in the chat, man. It was awesome having you in the chat and you just having a good time. Like, had some great points, man. And that goes for everybody, man. But I really appreciate it, Big Dog Pound. Just a reminder, if you do remember, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of great content. So no hard feelings if you can't get around to watching it. But I will have my Wolfman movie review up probably in the next 2 hours. So if you want, when that gets uploaded, if you wouldn't mind going and showing it some love, if you're interested in that, that'd be awesome. Again, going to be seeing some more of that type of stuff on the channel as well. So hopefully y'all are into that. Again, as I've said every week, though, if not, no hard feelings whatsoever. And really appreciate everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I want to say bye to Big Rib. Thanks, Big Rib, for being here, man. Really do appreciate it. We got 1 6-figure focus, aka Shane. He said we were on first name basis now. He said it. Y'all saw the comment. So I can look directly in the camera. I can say, Shane, I appreciate you being here, dude. Really appreciate you taking the time to chat. He says later, Justin. See you later, Shane. I really appreciate you, man. I really, really do. Thank you so much for being here, man. And shit, I say the same stuff over and over, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out a new way to say thank you, but I hope you know that it means a lot to me. Frank Knight Rises says, love horror. Best of the year for last year is Strange Darling. Strange Darling was so good, man. So Frank Knight, and I've said this before, man, I actually have movie reviews up on my channel. Strange Darling was one of them. I privated them just because I was like, okay, maybe I overthought everything about what content could be on the channel, what content shouldn't. I didn't want to confuse people. And then I just had a thing. I decided probably a month ago, a few weeks ago, man, that's my true passion is talking about movies, whether it be reviews, just discussing things, talking about that stuff. I also love collectibles. So again, man, going forward, that's what you're going to see on the channel. So I hope you enjoy it, Frank Knight. So definitely check out. I'll definitely have some reviews, man. Like I said, I got Wolfman coming this afternoon. I'm actually going to unprivate a few reviews today. So if you want to check out my Strange Darling review, but that was a fantastic movie. And trying to think what my favorite horror movie of the year was, man. That's tough, man. I'll get back to you on this, Frank Knight. I might even make a short video, top 5 favorite horror movies of 2024. 2025 is going to be a awesome year for horror. It really is. Whether it be big budget IP stuff, whether it be small scale stuff that we don't even know about yet. A lot of good horror movies coming in 2025, man. The genre is just on fire right now. Like, I just love the genre so much. You get so much unique stuff. You get a lot of great, unique voices. And I feel like it's the one genre that's like constantly taking chances. Like, it's constantly taking chances. It's constantly pushing the envelope. It's constantly giving you something fresh that you haven't seen. I feel like there's just so much interesting things going on in horror. And I've always loved it, but like, I love that you can have a movie like Strange Darling, and then you can also have a movie like Megan, where like one's just like you're just having a blast, you're kind of just turning your mind off, just having a lot of fun. And then Strange Darling does something different with the genre. It's kind of like this really cool, like the way they shot the film was kind of experimental and stuff. I really love that as well, man. So I love horror as well, man. If you love horror and stuff and movies, dude, collectibles, like, I really appreciate you being here already, but hopefully you enjoy that content going forward as well, Frank Knight. And thank you for being here and being active in the chat all day, man. It really means a lot to me. Big Rib says, got InArt Superman coming in this weekend. First InArt in the collection. Let's go, Big Rib. I'm excited for you, man. I'm going to be opening up the Paul Atreides this weekend. I'll let you know what I think about that one. But I'm definitely hyped for you to be getting Superman, dude. That looks like a great figure. Valkyrie Magnus says, I'm still here. I appreciate this, Valkyrie. I really do, man. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Frank Knight Rise says, you're a real movie buff. I will definitely check out more of your stuff. Frank Knight, that truly means a lot to me, dude. It really does. I hope you enjoy it going forward, man. And again, man, I really enjoy having you in the chat, dude. So thank you so much for the support. And same to you, Valkyrie. I see you still here, man. I know you're always supportive of the channel, dude, and that means a lot to me as well. And then Big Rib says, my favorite horror movie was Craven and Venom 3. Nice, dude. I don't know if you're like being serious or if you're just saying like those movies were so bad it was an horrific experience for you. But if you're being serious, I need to still see these movies. I haven't seen them. I've heard that Craven isn't as bad as people say, but I can't tell sometimes, Big Rib, if I can't tell if this was a joke or not. And then Low Key Collector saying, hey guys, what's up, Calvin? We're wrapping up, man. We're just kind of saying our goodbyes. I'm also letting people know I know you're a big movie guy, Calvin. So I got my Wolfman review that'll be dropping in the next hour or two. I didn't want to put it with us doing the stream today. I didn't want to put it up at the same time. So about an hour or two from now, dude, I got my Wolfman review. I went and saw it last night, Calvin. Again, I just know you're a big movie guy as well. So I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up, man. So love to hear your thoughts on it if you have a chance to check it out, dude. But yeah, and I'll check some comments before we get Calvin said he saw it last night. He thought it was so. Yeah, I have I have some thoughts on it. I'll put it that way. I probably, based on your comment, I probably liked it a little bit more than you did. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. And then Phil de Burn says, I'm excited to see the monkey. Looks nuts. Yeah, dude, that they had a Red Band trailer of that before Wolfman last night, and it looks insanely fun. It looks so much fun, dude. And that is a movie that is on my, again, I just want to throw this out there one more time, self-promotion. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I have to do it. Definitely, if you're into horror, man, definitely check out the top 25 horror of 2025. That's probably one of the best videos I've done in terms of I'm not saying like it's like a great video or anything. I just meant like I really took my time, with that video and wanted to make it as good as possible. So I definitely think if you're into horror and you're looking to kind of see what's coming in 2025, man, I really think you're going to like the video, or at least I hope you do. I'm proud of it. I'll put it that way. I'm proud of the video. Big Rib says, yes, I was horrified that I spent money on those movies. Okay, man, I didn't want to hate on him too bad because I was like, well, damn, dude, Big Rib might have loved him. But I could sense just the smallest bit of like sarcasm in your voice. So I was like, I better double check. Low Key says, I did book my Cap tickets this morning. Are you going to go see that in like IMAX or anything like that, Calvin? Or just, I tend to lean towards like either Cinemark XD or Dolby Cinema as opposed to IMAX, unless it's like a true IMAX. Some of the IMAX screenings that I have, man, they don't even have the reclined seats. And so once you get used to those, man, it's tough. Low Key says, after The Invisible Man, I wanted more from Wolfman. Yeah, totally. I totally get this. I totally get this, man. I totally get this. And my review will be up later this afternoon. And I'm interested to see if you had the stuff you didn't like about it is the same stuff I didn't. I want to just see if we're on like kind of on the same wavelength with that. Yeah, Dolby. Yeah, that's me too, man. I think Dolby is like just that's what I lean towards. Cinemark XD is really good too, but Dolby is really, really good. The sound, you can almost feel that sound, dude. It's really good. But yeah, man, about a 2.5-hour show on a Friday day. If you're just joining, man, we still got 21 in the chat. We got some people coming in. I really appreciate you guys. Definitely check out the replay of this. This is my show, Casual Friday. Really, really, really appreciate it. And Calvin says, send me the review link. Discuss. This is just for people joining us. We'll have a Wolfman movie review up on my channel in about the next hour or two. So definitely be looking out for that. I definitely will, Calvin. And for everybody else, I'll definitely be, if you don't have the notification bell on and you want to click that on for the next video, do so. If not, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll definitely link that in the stories as well, so you can check it out there. But I really appreciate it. I got a question from Keith Lee though before we wrap up, so let's hold on one second. I want to definitely see what Keith Lee has to say. It says, question: what do you do when people next to you are constantly talking or on their phones in a movie? Honestly, man, luckily I haven't had to deal with this in a long time. I think a couple things go in your favor if you go opening weekend. So a lot of people think that if you go opening weekend that you don't want to go because there's a big crowd of people and the likelihood of people talking being on the phones is higher. I personally think that you have a better chance of not, like, I really try to go to Thursday night screenings. If a movie's coming out Friday, if you go Thursday night, your likelihood of going with the biggest fans possible are higher. Where I've dealt with the most talking and like people on their phones is honestly like a matinee showing like a week later. Like the movie's been out a week, you go to a matinee showing at like 12 or 1 o'clock. I always seem to run into that the less people there are in the theater. The more people, like I said, Thursday nights normally, those are normally the people that really want to see the movie. Even Friday nights, even Saturday nights, but Thursday nights a lot of times are like people that are at that movie are really wanting to see the movie. And so they go to it, and I just feel like and plus here's another tip. If you got an Alamo Draft House, that's where I would go for movies. If you hate this type of stuff and you're close to an Alamo Draft House is an incredible place to go see a movie. The only downside is the sound quality and picture quality is not as good as like a Dolby Cinema showing at AMC or a Cinemark XD showing at the Cinemark, obviously. But you don't have to worry about talkers and stuff. They'll like really, they're really like they'll basically kick you out of the theater if you're talking. I'll put it that way. If you're on your phone, you're talking a lot, they'll give you a warning. And if you're doing it, they'll just send you on your way, So again, man, luckily I haven't had to deal with this in a while, but it's horrible when it happens. It's horrible because when it has happened, I've politely just asked if they would keep it down. But even sometimes nowadays, man, I just don't even, I almost just say, all right, whatever, I'll just try to go see it again. Because it's one of those weird things where you just never know, man. You might say something, it turns into a big argument or something. Like, I just try to avoid that. And it's one of those things where, like, I just tend to go see movies either on opening weekend or if I can't see it opening weekend, honestly, man, I might just wait for it on video on demand with that window being shorter now. And again, I know that sucks, but like sometimes even if you tell like management, you're like, hey, there's talking going on. Like, honestly, man, sometimes they don't even do anything about it. So it's one of those weird things. But anyway, that's a super long-winded answer, but I'm passionate about this shit, man. But luckily I haven't had to deal with it. But my biggest advice would be, if you're able to, try to go the first couple nights the movie's out. More often than not, you would think it'd be different, but with more people in the theater, it's usually better for you. Like, there's usually more people that would probably be like, hey, we got to stop. We got to, like, if all of us are like paying attention to the movie, it's going to be a little more embarrassing to like talk in front of a huge theater and be on your phone. And so I've always had luck with that. Like when I went and saw Beetlejuice, for instance, like we had all ages at that movie, but I went Thursday night, that opening weekend, and had a great time, and nobody was talking. Like, everybody enjoyed it. So, but dude, I feel your pain on this. It sucks when this happens, man. It truly ruins the experience for you. It takes you out of the movie, man. So, my God, Keith, I hope I answered your question. That was a super long rant I just did. I'm sorry, dude. Calvin says that Keith Lee, sup, bro. My answer is I check them respectfully unless they continue, but usually my deep voice and the dark stops. And yeah, this is what Calvin said here. That's what I do. Like, my respectfully, like, you can get a lot across by just saying that, like, hey, will you please keep it down a little bit, or hey, will you please stop talking? Again, I'm never going to tell you what to do, Keith, because, like, again, man, you just never know what that's going to cause, so you always got to be, like, aware of that. But yeah, man, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, it's one of those things, man. You would hope that it wouldn't happen, but it sucks that it does. And that's one of the major reasons, man, people stop going to the movies. People think it's because the quality of the movies, man. A lot of it is this problem that people are, like, talking, or they're treating it like it's their house, and they're just, like, on their phones constantly. Because a lot of people, man, at home, they watch movies like that. They watch movies with their eyes on the phone, and they're just listening to it and stuff. And it is what it is, man. But this is, like I said, man, if I had Calvin, if I was talking in Calvin and I heard Calvin's voice saying, like, no more talking, I don't even know that's not a good impression of Calvin. I'm just trying to do a deep Calvin voice. Dude, are you kidding me? I'd probably give him my popcorn and be like, all right, man, sorry about that. Here you go, Calvin. But no, Calvin goes to a lot of movies as well. So, I think he goes opening weekend a lot too. So I'm not going to speak for him, but that's always worked for me. For whatever reason, when I go see it, like, Thursday night or, like, Friday night, and again, if it's a horror movie, like a slasher movie, like a fun movie, it doesn't even bother you as much, because that's kind of how it is. Like, those midnight movies are kind of fun like that. But yeah, dude, if it's like a drama or something, man, and people are talking, it's horrible. And then Shane's basically saying, like, hey, this is my favorite movie of all time. It's Taken 1 through 3, and then if they do a 4th, I'll be there. And Keith Lee says, I had a couple of ladies talking the entire time during the Avatar 2 movie. I had to move seats since I couldn't get myself into the movie. That's another really good option too, Keith. I mean, if there's plenty of seats in the theater, man, sometimes that's just the path of least resistance of, like, okay, whatever. Like, it is what it is. I'm just going to go sit somewhere else. So, like I said, man, it sucks when it happens, but this isn't a bad idea either. I'm just reading Shane's whole monologue here, man. I don't know if he's, like, saying that that's how he is at the movies or what, man. Like, this is, like, I don't know. Maybe he's seen Taken 50 times in the theater. I don't know, man. I think Shane's favorite movie of all time is Taken. I really do. I'm just reading these, man. These are funny, Shane. Phil the Burns, like, how you doing, man? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on here? And then Keith Lee says, yeah, Justin, I'm passionate about it too. My wife and I don't get to see a movie in a theater for something we want to see, so it sucks when the experience is ruined by others. Yeah, and I'm telling you, man, I really can't stress this enough, dude. That's why I fell in love with Alamo Drafthouse. It's because they don't allow it at all. And at least now they're putting stuff in front of the movies where they say don't do it. But this is why a lot of people stopped going. And everybody tries to figure out why the theaters, like, is it because of the, don't get me wrong, streaming is a huge reason because people can just watch stuff at home. But I'm telling you, man, a lot of this had to do with it as well. Because people that go to the movies, if you start losing those people that are passionate about seeing it in theater, then you're in a lot of trouble. Because those are the people that are really kind of keeping that alive in a way. Is like people that really want to go have that shared experience, which, by the way, is the optimal way to see a film. If you can have a shared experience, dude, I encourage everybody, like, if you can go to a film festival or like a film festival screening with like-minded movie fans, it's so special, man, when you're around. And it's kind of like when you go see, like, a huge Marvel or Star Wars film or something, like opening night, like you get that energy. When you go see like to a film festival or something where you got everybody that respects the art, you got everybody up there that respects the craftsmanship, that respects the theater going experience, dude, it is a fun, awesome time. Not everybody has that luxury because, you know, those are kind of harder to get to. You kind of see more low budget, like kind of indie films when you do that. But man, it's awesome when you can. So I always encourage anybody, if you haven't done so yet, that's always a really cool thing to do, because it's just cool to see everybody kind of wanting to share that experience, have that shared experience. And, you know, we were talking about horror earlier. Horror is one of the greatest things to have a shared experience with in the theater. And so, anyway, man, I could rant on this for an hour. So I apologize for the long-winded answer, Keith. But yeah, there you go. Calvin says, you're right, Justin. If schedule permits, I watch opening every time during opening. Yeah, absolutely, Calvin. Absolutely, man. And yeah, Calvin's is just like, do you mind sternly? There you go, man. There you go. Like Calvin said, man, when you hear that voice, man, it makes you tremble, man, because it's like got that bass, got that deep bass voice, dude. That's all it takes sometimes. Just saying, hey, do you mind? Silence is golden, absolutely, man. Especially during a film, man. We're there for the film. We're there to watch the film. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for the DVD commentary. We're here for the film. And then Calvin says, Endgame is still one of the best fan theater experiences I've ever had. Same here, dude. I actually saw that in an Alamo Draft House because I was so nervous about people talking. And I went to the Alamo Draft House to see that. And I'm telling you, man, you could just feel the passion and the energy during those scenes, like when Cap lifts the hammer, when the portals open up, just like goosebump level stuff, like people like gasping, like, or like hearing people crying of like happiness, man. What an incredible experience. I totally agree with you, man. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, we could talk about this for days, man. Maybe we'll talk about this more, man. Obviously, you can tell that like a lot of us have this shared passion of like wanting to go to the theater, so that's really cool. And then Big Rib says same thing. Endgame, greatest experience, man. I mean, it was definitely one of the greatest. It was incredible. I agree. It was truly incredible, man. One of those things you wish you could go do for the first time again. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Keith says, wait, Cap lifts the hammer. Damn, I didn't put spoiler alert, but sorry, Keith. Dang. I won't, Tony Stark's in it too. So maybe check this out before you get the rest of it spoiled, Keith. I know you're probably kidding. But yeah, here we go, man. 18 still in the chat. Hit that like button on your way out. I got to drop out of here, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all all so much for being here, man. We still got 20 in the chat. We did a day stream today, and everybody showed up for me, not only to support the channel and the show, but just the chat has been on absolute fire, dude. And that's what I always aim to do every week. And I tried to get to every message. I hope I did. And man, I really appreciate you guys. Again, Wolfman review dropping in the next couple of hours. Definitely be on the lookout for that. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Definitely go see go do something fun this weekend. Spend time with family. However you decide to spend your weekend, man, I hope you do it safely. And I hope you have a relaxing and fun weekend, man. I really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. It means the world to me, everybody that's been here tonight. I never want to take that for granted. So I know I've said thank you 100 times, but I'll say it 101. Thank you again for being here. And we will see you next week on Casual Friday at the normal time, next week, Friday night. But we still might do some pop-up streams between now and then. Thank you all so much for being here. And as always, new camera angle, same outro. As always, I'll see you next time. All right, hold on. Let's try this again because it just said image not found. My outro image doesn't work. So let's try this again because that image is no longer there. Thank you so much for being here. Keep it casual. See right here. See, this is why I had to come back. Steve's got me. He says, keep it casual. He says, keep it casual, man. Curtis Booth says, whoa, what happened? This was an early Friday. Yeah, I had an opportunity to do this early today, Keith, because I have something I got to do later tonight. And I didn't want to miss another show because I had to cancel last week's show. So I had an opportunity to go live earlier today, man, and I did, Curtis. I really appreciate you being here, man. I tried to update people a few hours before, but hopefully you can catch the replay, man. And everybody saying have a great weekend. You guys as well, man. Thank you guys so much for being here, man, and being active in the chat. It really means a lot. I had such a fun show, man. Steve wants me to stay. He says no stay. Says no stay. He says post credit. Yeah, this is the post credit scene, man. You gotta stick around. You gotta stick around, man. Image not found. That's what I'm saying. It's a post credit scene. Guess what, guys? You just entered in part 2 of the stream. We're going for another 5 hours. We're going for another 5 hours, baby. We're gonna be talking about it all today. No, Curtis Boo says, okay, awesome. I'll catch a replay. Have a great night with your plans, Justin. You too, Curtis. Really appreciate you guys. But let's try this again. Let's try this outro again, man. Keep it casual. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.
Circumstances, taking chances, holding on to what I knew was right, yeah. Feeling like I'm falling, destiny is calling. Running, running, running till I'm taking flight, yeah. Giving the best of me till I can't no more. One foot in front of the other through that open door. Now it's clear to see there's no guarantees. I'm living free. Feel so alive. 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 Situations, no hesitations. Living for the moment, not the past, yeah. Leaving burdens, the world keeps turning. Keep on moving, never stop, stay on the path. Giving the best of me till I can't no more. One foot in front of the other through that open door. Now it's clear to see there's no guarantees. I'm living free.
What are you doing here? The stream's over. The stream's over. Gotta go. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to do a Ferris Bueller's Day Off post-credit scene. If you're still here, cool. If not, maybe you'll see it on the replay. Always wanted to do that. All right, see you guys. Have a good one. Bye.